Hello, hello. Thank you for that glitter badge. Oh, hey Anna, thank you. Highly appreciate it. So right now, they should be starting up soon. We're in Maricopa County.
All right.
Thank you, officer.
Mr. Denton, Mr. Denton.
You need to speak Spanish?
No, just the one house.
You're fine.
Thank you. Yeah, let him stay there, officer. Thank you, everyone. Please have a seat.
Thank you,
Good
Your Honor.
afternoon. This is the 21st day of the month. On the first day of January, orders were read onto the record that affect all of you regarding DNA and fingerprinting. In just a moment, I'm going to call you up to the podium one at a time. When you get to the podium, I need your name. I'll tell you the charges you're here on. I'll appoint most of you an attorney. I'll set your next hearing date, give you location. I'll set your general release conditions. All of you will have general release conditions. They are as follows. Do not make contact with the arresting officers. Do not possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do not drive a motor vehicle without a valid license. Those of you who are here on some type of DUIs, make sure you verify your license is true and correct, or you end up with another problem. Just a word to the thought. Also, keep us apprised as to where you're living. If you're on probation, you'll be ordered to contact your probation officer. If the charges you're here on tell me there is an alleged victim, you'll be ordered to stay away from that victim and do not return to the scene of the alleged crime. All of this will be handed to you in writing at the end of your hearing. When you have a moment, take time and read it. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The record will reflect I read the victim's impact statements on number 15 and 22.
Today we're in Maricopa County in Arizona. And welcome everybody. I don't know why that pop-up keeps on coming up on the screen, but as long as we could hear them and see them.
Can I have Mr. Claiborne, John? John, come on up. And Mr. Joseph Gonzalez, strike that, Garcia Vargas. Why don't you have a seat next to the door, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor. 91.
Good afternoon, sir. Tell me your name, please.
John Anthony Claiborne.
Mr. Claiborne, you have two different matters here. The first one is burglary in the second degree, a Class 3 felony, and burglary tools, a Class 6 felony. I've appointed you an attorney in both matters, sir. You have two hearings coming up, the 27th of this month and the 30th of this month, both of them downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $5,000.
Damn.
The second one, sir, is a probation violation alleged for a Class 3 felony. Again, same attorney. You're going to have a probation revocation on the 28th of this month, downtown Phoenix. Because it's a probation violation, you're being held non-bondable until you see the probation judge on the 28th. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Joseph, come on up. And Pete Gonzalez is after Joseph. Pete, why don't you sit in the chair right next to the door?
Hello, sir.
Hello. Tell me your full name, Mr. Vargas.
Joseph Garcia Vargas.
Mr. Garcia Vargas, this is one count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's a Class 3 felony. Prohibited possessor, a Class 4 felony. Carrying a weapon while in the commission of a felony, a Class 6 felony. And a theft of control of stolen property, a Class 6 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing is on the 27th of this month. There's actually three hearings, the 28th and the 30th, all of them downtown Phoenix. Because this allegedly happened while you were on felony release on another matter, the law requires you to be held non-bondable until the next hearing on the 28th. You had a question, sir?
But what's it called with this situation? Like, I'm still with this guy.
So, sir, don't talk about the alleged crime, but the law says I have to hold you non-bondable till the 28th.
The 28th?
The 28th. The next judge can change that. Yes, sir.
Do you know what they were on today?
21st. By the way.
Also so on Friday?
Yeah, next
Or,
week. Next week, week from today. Good luck.
Do you know if I won't be able to get released that day?
That's up to the next judge.
On the next judge?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go.
Good luck, sir.
If you can you please follow
Mr.
my account?
Gonzalez, Pete? Come on up, Pete. And Keith is after Pete. Keith, why don't you take a chair next to the door?
Thank you for that glitter
Good
badge.
evening. Strike.
I live
Good
for
afternoon,
today,
sir.
not
Tell me your
tomorrow.
full name.
Pete Gonzalez, Pete Sandoval Gonzalez.
Mr. Gonzalez, you have three different matters. The first one is a dangerous drug case, a Class 4 felony. I've appointed you an attorney. Your next hearing on that is the 30th of this month, downtown Phoenix. Bond is $2,000, set by another judge. The next one's theft of means of transportation, which is a Class 3 felony. Again, same attorney, same hearing date, the 30th. Another judge, in fact, same as the first one, Warren Granville, set bond in the amount of $10,000. The last one, sir, is a dangerous drug case. That's a Class 4 felony. Again, same attorney. You have three hearing dates coming up. The first one on the 27th. Because this allegedly happened while you were on felony release on that first and second matter, you have to be held non-bondable on this one until you see the judge on the 27th. Good luck, sir.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Anna, thank you. Thank you. Highly appreciate it. I love corn. It's my favorite, like my daughter says.
After Keith is
thank you, Scrappy.
David Jensen. Good afternoon, sir. Tell me your name, please.
Mario Keith.
Sir, I had it backwards, and I apologize.
What do you guys think he's here
I
for?
apologize, sir. Sir, this is one count of unlawful flight, a Class 5 felony, 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Both those are Class 5 felonies. Criminal damage as a misdemeanor, aggressive driving as a misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. You have 2 hearings coming up, the 27th and the 30th, both of them downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $10,000. Good luck, sir.
Hey, this judge is not playing. He's breaking everybody off.
Go ahead, sir. David, Mr. Jensen, come on up. Mr. Jensen?
Come on down.
Take your time, Mr. Jensen.
Arizona, Moon Ice.
After Mr. Jensen is Mr. Soto.
Soto. How is everybody doing today? Appreciate you guys tuning back in.
Thank you, officer.
Can you hear okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
That's good. David, tell me your full name, please.
Hey, what up, Vicky Marie?
Edwin Jensen.
Mr. Jensen, you have 2 different matters. This first one is disobeying a mandate of a court, 2 counts. That's usually violating some type of restraining order.
Man.
I cannot appoint you an attorney. That's going to be up to the Santan Justice Court judge. You're going to meet that judge on the 24th of this month out at Santan Justice Court. Bond is set at $1,000. The next one, sir, is a probation violation matter. I have appointed you an attorney on that matter. You're going to have a probation revocation on the 28th, downtown Phoenix. Bond is $1,000. Please reach out to your probation officer. Have a talk with them. They might have a way for you to solve all these at one time. Good luck, sir.
Damn, what's up with this vato looking like Moses?
Mr. Soto.
Getting ready to part
Alfredo.
the 7 C's.
Why don't you let them stay out of their way so they don't run you over, sir.
Shay, be careful.
Let's
Hit a
just wait
wheelie.
until the officer is ready.
All right,
He's going to
next.
try to get that other guy back outside, so take just a couple minutes. Is it all right to start again?
Yeah, good.
All right, all right. Mr. Soto, tell me your full name, please.
Gabriel Alfredo Soto Cota.
Sir, this is a driving under the influence matter. As a misdemeanor, I cannot appoint you an attorney. That's up to the East Mesa judge. You're going to meet the East Mesa judge on the 24th of this month in East Mesa Justice Court. I believe that's at about 222 East Javelina. Bond is an unusual amount, $1,534.39. What that tells me, but I don't have the complete file, is it's probably based on a failure to pay fines and fees. But the next judge can tell you more. Good luck, sir.
Vayas con Dios.
All right, dude.
Damn,
You have a
1,500 for a DUI?
luck,
Damn.
sir.
Good luck to compa. He's probably gonna be sitting in there for a
Mr.
bit.
Stout, Michael,
And always remember, don't drink and
and then
drive.
Christopher Harris is after Michael.
An Uber is cheaper. I know it could be a
Good
bit
afternoon,
tempting.
sir. Tell me your full name.
Michael Lawrence Stout.
Sir, this is exceeding the posted speed limit by more than 20 miles per hour. It's a misdemeanor. I cannot appoint you an attorney on a misdemeanor. That's up to the West McDowell judge. You're going to meet that judge on the 23rd of this month. Again, it's an unusual bond, $520.50. That tells me it's probably the fines and fees that you either owe or will owe. Good luck, sir.
It kind of sucks, that they don't give you a lawyer if you have a
Mr.
misdemeanor.
Harris, come on up, Mr. Harris.
What's up with that? Anybody care to shed some light on
And then Jeremy is after Christopher.
that? The mullet.
Tell me your full name, sir.
Christopher Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris, this is a dangerous drug case and a drug paraphernalia case. Those are Class 4 and Class 6 felonies, respectfully. I've appointed you an attorney. Your next hearing is on the 27th of this month, downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $1,000. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
He's definitely moving around quickly. Yeah, scrap
Jeremy?
that is weird to me. They better. Hey, I get locked up. You better give me a lawyer. You better
And then
give me my
Whitlock
public
is
pretender.
after Dwayne.
Chloe, what's up?
Good afternoon, sir. Tell me your full name.
Jeremy Dwayne.
I don't know. I don't know
Sir,
what it is.
This is a disorderly conduct out of Globe Justice Court. I'm not allowed to appoint any attorneys in that. It's a misdemeanor. You're going to meet the Globe judge on the 24th of January. The Globe judge wants an unusual bond of $297.56. That's probably a failure to pay some types of fines or fees, but the next judge is going to know more about that than I do. Good luck, sir.
When you say next court date?
Next court date is on the 24th,
This month?
just 3 days from now.
Alrighty.
Good luck, sir.
You
Globe
ain't,
will come get you.
you ain't going anywhere. You ain't going nowhere.
Mr. Whitlock. Mr. Whitlock, come on up. And then Miss Brooke is after Mr. Whitlock. Tell me your full name, sir.
Elbert Michael Whitlock.
Mr. Whitlock, this is a
Oops.
driving under the influence. It's out of the Pioneer Justice Court. I cannot appoint you an out-of-county attorney. That's up to the Pioneer judge. You're going to meet him or her on the 24th of this month at the Pioneer Justice Court.
Drop
They
one,
want a
flush one.
$250 bond. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
I meant to do this.
Miss
Where you at?
Alaska Brooks,
Where you at?
6 hours
Where you
after
at?
posting it, you're gone. Good luck.
All right. Not the toilet flush. I pressed the wrong button.
Miss Brooks, come on in. And Christopher Larson's after this lady. Tell me your full name, please.
Alaska Brooks.
You have a very soft voice. One more time. I didn't pick it up.
Alaska Brooks.
Thank you very
Alaska.
much, Miss Brooks. Miss Brooks, this is aggravated driving under the influence. That's a Class 4 felony. That's a wrong way driving. And then also aggravated driving under the influence as another Class 4 felony. Also unlawful flight as a Class 5 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, miss. You have 2 hearings coming up, both of them in February, the 5th and the 7th. You're being released to pretrial services. You'll be out of here in about 6 hours. One of these officers is going to hand you a whole bunch of paperwork. Read it carefully. Those are the rules you have to follow. Good luck, miss. Christopher. Mr. Larson. Come on up, Mr. Larson. And Sergio Chavez is after Larson.
This is Arizona, Maricopa
Good afternoon,
County.
sir. Tell me your full name.
Christopher Larson.
Mr. Larson, you got 2 different matters before the court. This first one is a probation violation matter. I've appointed you an attorney on both these matters. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing on the 28th of this month, downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance. You'll be out of here in about 6 hours. The next one, sir, is another probation violation. Same attorney, same hearing date, the 28th, same location, downtown Phoenix. Same release on your own recognizance. As soon as you step out of here, about 6 hours from now, about 8 o'clock tonight, 8:15 tonight, my guess, the officers can guess better, please contact your probation officer. If you follow my rules and probation's rules, you're given the next judge you meet on the 28th 2 very good reasons to not put you in prison on the 28th. Good
Damn.
luck, sir.
What?
Thank you,
Damn. That escalated quickly. Put
Mr.
you in
Chavez,
prison.
Sergio, come on up.
Not prison.
And then Destiny Dieters is after Mr. Chavez. Tell me your name, sir.
Sergio Felipe Chavez?
Mr. Chavez, this first matter is a drug paraphernalia out of the Buckeye as a misdemeanor. I cannot appoint you an attorney in Buckeye. That's up to the Buckeye judge. You're going to meet him or her on the 4th day of February in Buckeye. You're being released on your own recognizance. You'll be out of here in about 6 hours, sir. The next one's a probation violation. I can and I will appoint you an attorney on that. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing on the 28th of this month, downtown Phoenix. Again, you're being released on your own recognizance. About 6 hours from now, a little after 8 o'clock tonight, you'll be stepping outside this building. As soon as you step outside, call your probation officer. If you follow their rules and my rules are in writing, you're given the next judge you meet on the 28th 2 good reasons to not put you in prison on the 28th. Good luck, sir.
Man, don't threaten me with a good time. I'm
Destiny?
yawning. Yawn.
And then Carlos is after Destiny.
Hello.
Hello, miss. Tell me your full name, please.
Destiny Rose, years 2 1998.
Thank you, miss, for the additional information. I greatly appreciate that. This first one's a probation violation. Miss, I've appointed you an attorney on this matter. Your next hearing is the 28th of this month, downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance. The next one, miss, is another probation violation. Same attorney, same hearing date, the 28th, same location, downtown Phoenix. Same release on your own recognizance. Last one, miss. Not a big surprise, another probation violation. Same attorney, same hearing date, 28th, same location, downtown Phoenix. Same release on your own recognizance. When you step outside this building a little after 8 o'clock, call your probation officer. Follow their rules, follow my rules. You're given the next judge you meet on the 28th 2 good reasons to not put you in prison on all 3 of these, and they can stack them 1 year at a time so you could do 3 years real easily. Good luck, miss.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, David, I think she might be single. You
Carlos,
interested?
come on up. Davale?
She might be single,
Carlos.
ready to mingle.
And then Susan Gang is after this gentleman. Tell me your full name, sir.
Carlos Mango Valle.
Sir, I apologize for mispronouncing your last name. Sir, this is a criminal trespassing as a misdemeanor. I cannot appoint you an attorney on a misdemeanor. That's up to the West McDowell judge. You're going to meet that judge on the 28th of this month, downtown Phoenix, at 1:30 in the afternoon. You're being released on your own recognizance. The next one, sir, is a probation violation. I can appoint you an attorney on that. I will. I have. You're going to meet the probation violation judge on the 28th, downtown Phoenix. Again, you're being released on your own recognizance. As soon as you step outside this building, in about 6 hours, please contact probation. If you follow their rules and my rules, you're given the next judge you meet in the probation department 2 good reasons to not put you in prison on the 28th. Good luck, sir.
So what am I doing right now?
You're going to walk to that officer. He's going to hand you some paperwork. They're going to start processing you out. Good luck.
Going back to the calles.
Yes.
Hey, and everybody that's tuning in, where are you guys tuning in from? And welcome to
This
Have a
gang,
Collect Call
Susan.
From.
And then Nathan's after Susan.
Thank you, Jen.
Good evening.
Hello.
Strike that. Good afternoon. Tell me your full name, please.
Susan saying hey, gang.
Denver.
Miss, this is a probation violation matter. I've appointed you an attorney. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing on the 28th, downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance. You'll be outside of this building a little after 8 o'clock. As soon as you step outside the building, call your probation officer. Follow their rules, follow my rules. You're given the next judge you meet on the 28th 2 very good reasons to not put you in prison on the 28th. Good luck, miss.
Thank you.
I don't like his
Nathan,
tone.
come on up.
All that telling me to
And
put me
then,
in prison.
Gomez is after.
Arizona,
Nathan,
Vancouver,
do me a favor, take
New
off your cover.
Jersey,
Thank you very much, sir.
South
Tell me your full
Carolina.
name, sir.
Nathan Noise.
Sir, this is a dangerous drug case, a Class 4 felony. Contraband into a correctional facility, Class 5 felony. Drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and criminal trespassing as a misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. 2 hearing dates coming up, the 5th and the 7th. Both of them downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance. Good luck, sir. You'll be out in about 6 hours.
Damn, he had the clavo in the prison wallet.
Mr. Gomez,
For those of you that know, you
come
know.
on up, sir.
Do not tamper, por favor. exit only.
Tell me your full name, sir.
Mauricio Gomez Macias.
Thank you, sir. Sir, this is fair to stay at the scene of an alleged accident. That's a misdemeanor. I cannot appoint you an attorney on that, sir. Your next hearing is going to be on the 4th day of February, downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance. Please show up this time. It's just a fine issue. You can have time payments. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Damn, he said this time. Yeah, just show up, man. Come on.
And Miss Denadine is a house call for behavioral issues. The first matter is a probation violation matter. I've appointed her an attorney. Her next hearing is a probation revocation hearing on the 28th. Bond is $500. The next one for Miss Dean is burglary as a Class 2 felony, strike that as a Class 3 felony, and unlawful flight as a Class 5 felony, and burglary tools as a Class 6 felony. Again, I've appointed her attorney. 2 hearings, the 27th and 30th, both of them downtown Phoenix. Bond is $1,000. And the last one's a juvenile matter. Did I miss anything, boss? All right, I'm going to go with the officer as soon as he's ready. Sir?
What would happen? That's it? What? Damn, that was definitely a rug pull right there. Damn, he got them out the way fast. Hey, Mark, Mark said ICE is coming for them. Man, hey, ICE definitely scares the bejesus out of me, especially the way the country's headed right now. I'm U.S. born, but man, it's always behind my mind, and I'm sure there's a lot of us that are in the same boat right now. But hey, whatever happens, and it is what it is. This is Cali right now. No, this is Arizona. It's Arizona. They have these maybe 6 times a day. It's like every 2 or 3 hours that they have them. So this is gonna be my first one of the day. Earlier on, I was streaming some parole board hearings in Utah and in Connecticut. So that's pretty much what I do. I do that, prison phone calls, video calls, and all kinds of prison-related activities, if you will. If you haven't done so, please do so. If you guys could go ahead and follow my second account. I'm trying to get it up to 1,000 subscribers just in case this account ever goes down. Then I have that as a backup, so I could go ahead and continue as if nothing happened. Hey, Nisha, gracias. Highly appreciate that. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's not required, but highly appreciate it. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. I gotta get back to my. I was fixing my dishwasher. I'm halfway through the mission right now. I thought I was gonna be done like 2 hours ago, but I had some hiccups. I had some water leakage, if you will, and I gotta head over to Home Depot and Lowe's. So I'm not looking forward to that right now. It was either that, do it myself, or my wife was she threatened me with a good time. She said she was gonna have somebody else come fix it. And I was like, hell nah, ain't nobody gonna come into the crib and touch anything. If anybody's gonna break anything, it's gonna be me. Then we're gonna pay somebody to fix it. I'm gonna attempt to do it first. Then we're gonna have somebody else, touch it. Hey, Aaron, how's it going? Welcome. You just missed these Arizona hearings in Maricopa. But yeah, so hey, I appreciate you guys. If you guys could go ahead and, like I said, follow my second account, I'll go ahead and add a text just in case you want to help me out here. It's free 99, doesn't cost you anything, and like I said, it'll help me out as a backup just in case they ever get me. But anyhow, hey, like I said around here, lights like a candle. Once you blow it out, it lights out. And with that, we're out. A rato. Hey guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. It looks like this stream has come to an end. And I guess that'll be it for today. I'll probably be on at about 4 o'clock California time to do some hearings from Maricopa County. And till then, like I say around here, lights like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, we are out. Rato.
You got me jumping.
All right, all right. Let's see, what am I forgetting? Welcome to You Have a Collect Call From. Damn, they just messed me up. Let's see here. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. How is everybody doing today? I guess you guys could barely see. Let me see here. I gotta get the chat on the track, if you will. Thank you, thank you. It should be starting up in the next few minutes or so.
Alright, whenever the judge walks in, call her, I'll tell her to stand up. Alright? He or she's gonna tell you to sit back down.
There, you guys can see right there, right? This is gonna be Arizona, Maricopa County.
All right.
All right.
Todos de pie.
You all may be seated.
Pueden tomar asiento. For the record, Your Honor, Sylvia Fisher, court interpreter.
Thank you. This is the 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar for January 21st, 2025.
Esas son las vistas iniciales de las 5 de la tarde para el 21 de enero del 2025.
The court's orders for the taking of DNA samples and fingerprints made on the first of this month will apply to all matters on this calendar.
Las órdenes judiciales en cuanto a la toma de huellas dactilares y las muestras de ADN que se emitieron el primer día del mes se aplicarán a todas las audiencias para el día de hoy.
I will be calling you each up to the podium one by one.
Voy a convocar a cada uno de ustedes para que se acerque al podio de forma individual,
where I will ask you for your first and last name and your date of birth.
Les voy a pedir que me den su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento.
I will advise you as to why you are here today.
Les voy a informar con respecto a la razón por la cual se encuentran aquí.
Whether or not an attorney has been appointed to you.
Si se les ha designado un abogado para representarlos.
What your upcoming court dates are.
Les voy a informar acerca de sus citas judiciales en el futuro.
What your bond will be if you are eligible for bond.
Les voy a informar acerca de su fianza. Se reúnen los requisitos para que se le den una fianza.
And your release conditions.
Y también les voy a informar acerca de sus condiciones de libertad.
Mr. Ramon Lopez, will you please come to the podium?
Señor Ramón López, por favor, acérquese al podio.
And Mr. Arturo Garcia Gutierrez, if you'll please have a seat in the chair.
Arturo García Gutiérrez, por favor, tome asiento en la silla.
Hello, and welcome. Hey, thank you for that share right there. Hey, what up, Luce?
Mr. Lopez, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Señor López, por favor, su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento.
Ramón Espinosa López, 83167.
Ramón Espinosa López, 83167.
You are here for two matters.
Usted se encuentra aquí por dos casos distintos.
You have one new case and one violation of probation.
Tiene usted un nuevo caso y también un caso de quebrantamiento de las condiciones de su régimen a prueba.
As to your probation violation, I did appoint an attorney to represent you.
En cuanto a su caso de quebrantamiento régimen a prueba, le he designado un abogado para representarlo.
You will have a probation revocation and possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30.
Usted tendrá una vista incoatoria de no culpable de quebrantamiento régimen a prueba y también una posible audiencia resolutoria el 28 de enero a las 8:30 de la mañana.
You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500.
Tiene usted una fianza carcelaria con garantía de $500.
On your new case, you were charged with possession of a dangerous drug, a Class 4 felony.
En cuanto a su nuevo caso, se le acusa de tenencia de drogas nocivas, delito de clase 4.
And criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor.
Y también entrada ilícita, falta de clase 3.
I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter as well.
En este caso también le he designado un abogado para representarlo.
You will have a probation, I'm so sorry. And you will have a status conference hearing on January 27th at 8:30.
Tendrá usted una audiencia de actualización en este caso el 27 de enero a las 8:30 de la mañana.
And a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30.
Y también una audiencia preliminar el 30 de enero a las 8:30 de la mañana también.
You have a secured appearance bond, which will be a placeholder bond in the amount of $50.
Usted tendrá una fianza carcelaria de $50 solamente para indicar a la oficina del sheriff que está detenido.
So between the three cases, you will have a total secured appearance bond in the amount of $550.
Entre los tres casos, tendrá usted una fianza carcelaria que asciende a $550.
If you are able to post bond, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release.
Si llega a depositar la fianza, tendría que contactar a su agente régimen a prueba en un plazo máximo de 72 horas.
You must appear for all of your court dates.
Tiene que comparecer a todas sus citas judiciales.
If you fail to appear for your court dates, the bond that you posted will be forfeited.
Si no comparece a sus siguientes citas judiciales, la fianza depositada se puede decomisar.
Another warrant will be issued for your arrest.
Y se emitirá una orden para su detención.
And a bond would likely be imposed.
Y es muy probable que se fije otra fianza.
That takes care of everything that we can do here today.
Con eso terminamos con todo lo que podemos hacer esta tarde.
If you will step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Si pasa a su lado izquierdo, el oficial le entregará a usted su documentación.
Hey, what up, Hot Mess Express? So, for anybody that's wondering why it's Spanish, is he doesn't speak in English.
Mr. Garcia Gutierrez, if you will please come to the podium.
Señor García Gutiérrez, por favor, al podio.
But don't worry, there should only be a few. Then they'll just go ahead and switch over to the English speakers, if you will.
Sir,
Hey,
can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Por favor, señor, su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento.
Arturo Santiago García Gutiérrez.
Come again?
¿Y su fecha de nacimiento?
1-26-87.
Arturo Santiago García Gutiérrez, January 26, 86 o 87?
87.
87.
He's on a good one.
You are here on a new case.
Usted se encuentra aquí por un nuevo caso.
Tita, thank
You've
you
been
for the
charged
likes.
with one count of taking contraband into a correctional facility, a Class 2 felony.
Se le acusa de usted de introducción de contrabando en una instalación correccional, delito de clase 2.
He used a prison wallet.
One count of possession of a dangerous drug, a Class 4 felony.
Una acusación de tenencia de drogas nocivas, delito de clase 4.
And one count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony.
Y un punto acusatorio de tenencia de adminículos para el consumo de drogas, delito de clase 6.
I did find a probable cause as to all 3 counts.
Determino que hay fundamento de procesamiento en cuanto a las 3 acusaciones en su contra.
And I have appointed an attorney to represent you.
He designado un abogado para representarlo en sus 3 casos.
Hey, that fool's not enough.
You will have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30.
Tendrá usted una audiencia de actualización el 5 de febrero a las 8:30 de la mañana.
And you will have a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30.
Y también una audiencia preliminar el 7 de febrero, también a las 8:30 de la mañana.
You are being released today on your own recognizance.
Se le va a poner en libertad bajo caución personal el día de hoy.
But you do have to promise to appear for those court dates.
I promise.
Tiene que prometer comparecer a sus siguientes citas judiciales, señor.
Do you promise to appear for those court dates?
¿Promete usted comparecer a sus siguientes citas judiciales, señor?
Sí.
Yes.
If you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will be imposed. Do you understand?
Si usted no comparece a sus siguientes citas judiciales, se va a emitir una orden para su detención y se va a fijar una fianza. ¿Comprende usted?
Sí, sí.
Yes, yes.
Sí.
Yes.
If you will please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Hey, all right,
Pase a
so
su lado izquierdo y el oficial le entregará a usted su documentación.
sometimes they do this in full screen, so today
Ms.
is not
Fisher,
full
can you
screen.
inquire to see if anybody else is in need of your assistance?
¿Hay alguien más que ocupe de los servicios de la intérprete? En caso que sí, por favor, levante la mano.
So when they don't do them on full
Is there
screen,
anybody in there to see if they're raising their hand to see if they...
there's no way for me to fix it.
Is anybody raising their hands indicating that they're in need of an interpreter?
But if you go to my YouTube
Okay.
account,
Ms. Fisher, you may be excused.
on
Thank
my
you.
YouTube account, it looks
Thank you, Your
better.
Honor.
If you want to jump on.
Mr. Damaris, if
on
you will
that
please
platform.
come into the courtroom, and Mr. Moya, if you will please have a seat in the chair.
Oh shit. They moved it. Hold on. You see?
Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Adam Dimmers, 12/11/1990.
You are here on two matters. You have one new case and one violation of probation. I'm going to talk to you first about your new case. You were charged with one count of endangerment, a Class 1 misdemeanor, one count of assault with intent to injure, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of disorderly conduct involving fighting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to all three counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have an arraignment hearing on January 23rd at 9 o'clock. You will have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. If you are able to post bond, you will have the following release conditions. You cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. You cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victim. You cannot possess any weapons. If there are any orders of protection or orders against harassment that are issued or are subsequently issued, you must obey those terms. You must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. You may not reside at the same location as the alleged victim, even if you are the owner or renter of the residence. You will be prevented one civil standby with law enforcement to assist you in retrieving your essential belongings. You are also advised that if you violate the no victim contact order in this matter, you can be charged with aggravated harassment, a Class 6 felony. As to your second matter, it's a violation of probation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. Due to the nature of the violation of probation, you are not eligible for you are not eligible for bonds today. That issue will be addressed at your probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th. So I would caution you against trying to pay bond at this time because you won't be released because you're being held on the case here in Superior Court.
You ain't going
So that
nowhere.
takes care of everything that we have to do here today. If you will step to your left, the officers will give you your paperwork. Mr. Moya, will you please come into the courtroom? And Mr. Finner, will you please have a seat in the chair?
How is everybody doing out there today? Where are you guys tuning in from? And for anybody that's wondering, this
Sir,
is
can you please state
Arizona.
your first and last name and your date of birth?
My name is Juan Moya, 7883.
You are here on a new case. You are charged with one count of theft and means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, and one count of criminal damage or defacement, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to both counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on January 27th at 8:30. You will have a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $5,000. If you are able to post bond, you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime and you cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victim. If you fail to appear for your hearings, any bond that you posted will be forfeited. A warrant will be issued for your arrest and you will be subject to bond again. That takes care of everything that we can do here this evening. If you will step to your left, the officers will give you your paperwork.
Yes, sir. You know, left-hand side.
Mr. Fenner, if you will please come into the courtroom.
All right. Shout out to
Sir, can you please state your first and
Mamacita.
last name and your date of birth?
I go to defendant 22588.
Excuse me. You are here for three matters. You have one new case and two violations of probation. I'm going to first talk to you about your new case. You were charged with one count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a Class 3 felony, two counts of aggravated assault against an officer, a Class 4 felony, one count of criminal trespass, a Class 2 misdemeanor, and one count of obstruction and refusal to give true name, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to all of those counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. We will have a status conference hearing on January 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $20,000. If you are able to post bond, you will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. 72 hours of your release. Now I'm going to talk to you about your two violations of probation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in both matters. You will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500 per case. Again, if you are able to post bond, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Between all the cases, your secured appearance bond is $21,000.
He ain't going nowhere.
Must appear for your court dates. If you post bond, if you fail to appear for your court dates, any bond posted will be forfeited, and a warrant will be issued for your arrest, and you'd be subject to bond again. That takes care of everything that we can do here today. If you will please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Next!
Mr. Orr, if you will please come into the courtroom, and Ms. Soto, if you will please have a seat in the chair.
Yeah, he only has to pay. If he's 10%, if he does 10%, then yeah. But if he's been in custody already for some time, he ain't going nowhere.
Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Zachary Orr, October 13th of 85.
You are here because you have 4 violations of probation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in all matters. You will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. In your first violation matter, you have a secured appearance bond of $1,250. In your second matter, you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. In your third matter, you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. And in your last matter, you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. So it looks like your total bond between all four cases is $4,000, if I can math, or $3,000. Hold on a second. I want to tell you that.
It doesn't matter. I can't post it.
Okay, so if you are able to post bond, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. You must appear to your court date. If you fail to appear for your court date, any bond posted would be forfeited, and a warrant would be issued for your arrest, and you'd be subject to bond again. So that takes care of everything that we can do here today. If you'll please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you.
What do you guys think?
Ms. Soto, if you will please come into the courtroom, and Ms. Johns, if you'll please have a seat in the chair.
What do you guys think the next individual that's coming up is here for? If you guys don't mind guessing here.
Ms. Soto, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Go Lakers.
Soto, 10/23/88.
You are here because you have 2 violations of probation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in both matters. You will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750 per case, so your total bond between the 2 cases is $1,500.
Damn, imagine
I believe it. Are you in DOC custody?
Yeah.
I just can't see what I put in, but basically the secured appearance bond is so you continue to earn credit for your time while you're here. You won't return to DOC custody until these matters are resolved. I didn't get any information about your release date.
What about my court date? When is my court date?
Your court date is January 28th at 8:30.
Thank you.
Imagine, getting
Ms. Johns, if you'll please come into the courtroom.
Getting arrested, and then you get streamed, and then you hit your people up, and they're like, "Hey, I just saw you on TikTok."
Ms. Johns, can you please
What are you doing
state
on
your first and
TikTok?
last name and your date of birth?
Shanna Johns, 4/10/91.
Thank you. So you were here today because you have 2 matters. You have a direct complaint that was filed, and then it looks like a violation of probation. So I'll first talk to you about the direct complaint, which is essentially a new case. You were charged with 1 count of taking the identity of another, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of false reporting to law enforcement, a Class 1 misdemeanor. The date of these alleged offenses is November 13th of 2023. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You do have a status conference hearing on December 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. Giselle, on my other one, my note didn't save. For the prior ones, I would have to redo that order so that they make sure to keep on here. You have, it's a placeholder bond because I understand that you're on DOC custody, and you will stay here until your court matters here are completed. Your second matter is a violation of probation. I appointed an attorney to represent you in that matter. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. You have a placeholder bond in the amount of $50, and same, you will remain here until these matters are resolved. So if you will please step to your left, the officers will give you your paperwork.
Hey, David, welcome. I think she might be single too, if you're interested.
Bless.
I'm just going in and making the, can I get in to amend it right now?
How are you doing today, Joseph? Hey, Tita, gracias. Appreciate the likes you're sending this way. Highly appreciate it. Joseph also, gracias. Not necessary, but highly appreciate it. Let me see. Court's adjourned?
They're corrected now.
Is it?
Thank you. Mr. Lanford, if you will please come into the courtroom, and Mr. Carmelo, if you will please come and have a seat in the chair.
Betty Davis eyes laughing out loud.
Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Yeah, James Lanford, LANFORD, and I was born in 12/29 in 1950.
Thank you. You were here today for a probation violation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. It is a placeholder bond. I understand that you are in DOC custody, so this will keep you here. You will continue to earn time or credit for your time, but you will stay here until this matter is resolved. Okay?
Okay.
All right, that takes care of everything. If you will step to your left, the officers will give you your paperwork. Mr. Carmelo, if you'll please come into the courtroom.
Definitely looking like Gargamel.
And Ms. Peoples, if you will please have a seat in the chair.
They look
Sir,
excited.
can you please state your first and last name for me and your date of birth?
Yes, Your Honor. Michael Regis Carmelo III,
And your date of birth?
12676.
Thank you. You are here on looks like this is
You're welcome.
a warrant for failing to appear for a court date. An attorney has already been appointed to represent you in this matter. You will have a non-witness disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. If you are able to post bond, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Hold on. You will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. You need to make sure that you show up for your court date. If you fail to appear for your court date, any bond posted would be forfeited, and a warrant would be issued for your arrest, and another bond would be imposed. Yes.
Okay, may I express something to the court, please?
Be careful about what you say. I have appointed an attorney to represent you. The first thing, just listen to what I'm saying. I've appointed an attorney to represent you. I don't make any changes regarding probation revocation because the judge heard the information who issued the warrant. So they issued the warrant and they ordered what the bond will be. So I don't make any changes or anything like that, and this is not a court for argument or evidence. I'm just here to let you know what you're here for, whether or not you got an attorney, and what your bond will be and what your release conditions are. So with understanding the parameters of what I do, state your question accordingly.
Well, I missed court. I had transportation issues. I was extradited from here in Maricopa County to go over there to Pima County. And so I got a letter in the mail, and I was on my way back to court, and I was at the bus stop. So, anyways, there's no way I can make a bond. And so my birthday's on Sunday, and so
happy birthday.
I've been released to pretrial justice service before, and I've done fine. And today I am clean, and nothing is gonna hinder me from making it, like transportation issues. That's what, I was down in Tucson, and that's why I missed court. And so,
I will tell you right now that you are not making a good argument for yourself. You're saying like 50 different things that make no sense to me right now, and it does not really give a reason for why you failed to appear for your court date. And that warrant was issued in November, like the beginning of November, and we're in the middle of January, and an attorney was appointed to you. You had your release conditions in the order that had the phone number for your attorney, who you should have contacted. So what you're saying does not make sense for why you've been on warrant status for almost 2 months.
yeah, it was worth a shot. I got extradited to Tucson, and so I didn't have a phone, so that was the issue, making it back. And I was on my way back. That's why I got arrested at a bus stop in Ajo, Arizona. And so
Okay.
that's
I'm
all.
not changing the order.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
So if you'll step to your left,
So I have court on 28th?
your paperwork will tell you what your court
Okay,
dates
thanks.
are. Ms. Peoples, if you will please come into the courtroom.
Happy birthday to him.
Mr. Livingston, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Hello, ma'am. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Natasha Nicole Peoples, January 10th, 1983.
And you are here for a violation of probation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,500. It's a placeholder bond that will allow you to continue to earn credit while you are in our custody, where you will remain until your matter is completed, and then you will return to DOC custody.
Okay.
So if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Thank you.
Mr. Livingston, if you will please come into the courtroom, and Mr. Schmidt, if you will please have a seat in the chair.
Man, this judge
Hello,
moving
sir, can you please
quick.
state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Sean Livingston, July 22nd, 1990.
Thank you. You are here because you have a warrant out of Mayor Justice Court.
Yes, ma'am.
I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a arraignment hearing on January 24th at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $785. If you are able to post bond, you need to make sure that you make it to your court date. If you fail to appear, any bond posted will be forfeited. Another warrant will be issued for your arrest, and another bond will be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you.
So that was what hearing?
It's an arraignment hearing on January 24th at 8:30.
So is that like I could possibly get out?
That's for that court to decide. Just clean it over there. Clean it.
Looking like the brawny man. Like he was just cutting down some trees. But he's in jail. So he won't be cutting anything down.
Sir, can you please state your first and last
Richard
name?
Wayne Schmidt, 71586.
Thank you. You are here because you have two violations of probation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in both matters. You have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250 per case, so your total secured appearance bond is $500. If you are able to post bond, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. You need to make sure you show up to your court date. If you fail to appear for your court date, the bond that you posted will be forfeited. Another warrant would be issued for your arrest, and you'd be subject to bond again, okay? So if you step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you. Mr. Dennis, will you please come into the courtroom? And Mr. Leap, if you will please have a seat in the chair.
Hey, user, thank you. Highly appreciate you sharing the live. That's what's up. Sharing is caring. Send it to those
Sir,
that
can
you
you please
love.
state your first and last name and your date of birth?
March 21st, 1999, Charles Danish.
You are here today because you have two violations of probation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in both matters. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500 per case, so your total secured appearance bond is $1,000. If you're able to post bond, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Make sure you attend your court date. If you fail to appear for your court date, any bond posted will be forfeited, and another warrant would be issued for your arrest, and you'd be subject to bond again. That takes care of everything that we have to do here this evening. If you will step to your left, the officers will give you your paperwork. Mr. Leap, if you will please come into the courtroom, and Mr. Gallegos, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Talib, 12/14/87.
Thank you. You were here on a new case. You have been charged with 2 counts of possession of a dangerous drug, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause as to all 3 counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I'm inclined to release you to pretrial services without bond, but you do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear?
Yes.
If you fail to appear for your court date and if you fail to abide by your release conditions, a warrant can be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed, okay? All right, so if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Hey, that's
Mr.
weird.
Gallegos, if you will please come into the courtroom.
He walked in with his hands crosses, and he's walking away like that. Is he just walking around the
And
whole
Mr.
day like that? Who
Jefferson,
walks like
if you'll
that?
please have a seat in the chair. Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth for me?
Michael Gallegos, 8479.
Mr. Gallegos, you are here because you have 2 matters. One is a warrant for failing to appear for a court date. You have a, this is not. It was not failing to appear. I didn't think that was right. I had to go and take a second look. I'm so sorry. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
It was labeled wrong. You're here because a direct complaint was filed, and you were charged with the following. You were charged with 2 counts of possession of a dangerous drug for sale. One is a Class 2. I'm starting over. I'm so sorry. 1 count of possession of dangerous drugs for sale, a Class 2 felony. Possession of dangerous drugs for use, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. The date of these alleged offenses is March 4th of 2023. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I'm inclined to release you on your own recognizance. You do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear?
I sure do.
It appears that you may be on probation, so...
I just got on probation for Pima County. I was on my way here.
Okay, so the only reason why I'm saying that is that per statute, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours after police contact.
Okay.
So you need to contact your probation officer. If you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. On your second matter, you have a warrant out of West Mesa Justice Court. You are not entitled to a court-appointed attorney in that matter due to the nature of the charge. You do have an arraignment hearing on February 4th at 8:30. Again, I'm inclined to release you on your own recognizance. You do have to promise to appear for your court date.
I do promise.
Okay, so, and again, if you fail to appear for that court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
I do.
Okay, so if you'll step to your left, the officers will give you your paperwork. Thank you. Mr. Jefferson?
Moving on up, but not in his case.
And
Eleanor, what's up, Eleanor?
Ari Chaga, if you'll please have a seat in the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Jefferson, 6/19/1984.
You were here because a direct complaint was filed where you were charged with 2 counts of aggravated driving or actual physical control while under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs, a Class 4 felony. The date of these alleged offenses is April 4th of 2019. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in both matters.
No sé.
You do have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, but you do have to promise to appear for your court dates. Do you promise to appear?
Yes, ma'am.
If you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
It's both days, right? The 5th and the 7th?
You have to show up to both court dates.
Okay.
All right. So you understand that you need to show up?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yeah.
If you step to the left, I'll give you your paperwork.
Yeah. They couldn't think of anything else. They should have named him Jeff or something.
Miss Margaret, I know I'm pronouncing your last name wrong, so if you will please just come into the courtroom.
Or maybe his first name is Jeff.
Hello, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Margaret Archiga, 8/28/2000.
Thank you. You are here on 2 matters. You have 2 violations of probation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in both matters. You have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, but you do have to promise to appear for those court dates. You promise to appear?
Yes.
If you fail to appear for your court dates, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes.
You also need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. So that takes care of everything that we have to do here this evening. If you will step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
This is Tucson. Not Tucson. This is Maricopa County in Arizona.
Give me 1 second, Judge, and I'll-
Okay.
Yay, Arizona.
Are we clear? Is everybody else?
Is that it? Is it over? Yeah.
Brian Blumstrand, date of birth, February 12th, 1977, is not participating in person due to safety concerns. He's been charged with 1 count of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor. He is not entitled to a court-appointed attorney due to the nature of the charge. You will have an arraignment hearing on February 5th at 1 p.m., and the court is inclined to release him on his own recognizance, but he will have the following release conditions: that he cannot initiate any contact with the victim or victims. He cannot initiate any physical contact with the alleged victims. He will be advised that he will have to abide by any terms or conditions of an order of protection or orders against harassment if one has been issued or is subsequently issued. He will also be advised that if he violates the no victim contact order in this matter, he could be charged with aggravated harassment, which is a Class 6 felony. I will meet with him, and any additions or corrections to the order will be made on the record or in writing. The 5 p.m. initial appearance calendar is adjourned. We stand in recess until 8 p.m.
They're all the iPads.
Yeah, I don't.
I thought you
Oh.
No, I did. Can you mute me?
What the what? What in the world is going on here? Let me move it here so you guys can see.
Correct, it's a house call, but you stated that you were going to be doing right here.
Yeah, but it's the same way as if I were going back there. So if I were going back there to see them, I would have to say what I was going to do on the record before I did it. And then say, if there are any changes, I would just come back and do it on the record. That's why I just do it the same way, just virtual. No, we're doing it. We'll just do it and I'll explain when we come out.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What is that? I guess they're doing a hearing somewhere else. They have an iPad inside the facility. They did one like this yesterday, where the person was in the cell. I think no, she didn't forget. They did one like this yesterday.
Mr. Blomstrand, you are here today because you, on a new case, you were charged with an account of disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to that offense. Due to the nature of the charge, you are not entitled to a court-appointed attorney. You will have an arraignment hearing on February 5th at 1 o'clock. I am going to release you on your own recognizance today, but you will have the following release conditions. You cannot initiate any contact with the alleged victim or victims. You cannot have any physical contact with the alleged victim. If there are any orders of protection or order against harassment that are issued or subsequently issued, you must obey the terms of those orders. And you are cautioned that if you violate the no victim contact order in this case, you could be charged with aggravated harassment, a Class 6 felony. The officer will give you your paperwork. This concludes our hearing. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
I guess we got everybody. We got the paperwork. We're good.
All right, that looks like it's it for this one at least. I'll probably be back. What time is it right now? It's in LA right now. It's 4:39. The next one should be coming up is gonna be for Pima County, which starts at 6 o'clock. If you guys haven't done so, please do so. If you guys could go ahead and follow my my second account here. I'm trying to get it to 1,000 subscribers. Just in case if this account ever gets hit or banned, I'm able to go live with the other account. Really appreciate you guys. We just hit 15,000 subscribers today. I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. Let me see. Leonard wrote no lawyer because of the nature of the charges. So one of the other viewers on TikTok, David, was telling me that he wrote this. All right. Regarding misdemeanors, a defendant is not appointed an attorney unless the prosecutor is seeking jail time. So apparently, if they're not seeking to incarcerate them, then they're not entitled to a lawyer. Which is kind of strange to me. I'm from LA. Anytime you went to court, you were always entitled to a lawyer. It didn't matter. If it was a felony or a misdemeanor. You were going to get a public pretender, regardless. I mean, whether they were going to be effective. I mean, you probably not. You probably were going to get incarcerated, but you got one. Hey, Tita, gracias. Highly appreciate it. I appreciate you hitting the screen. Let me see. Cha wrote, that's different. All right. And Ashley, thank you. I appreciate that the follow. And the other account there, it's at CollectCallFrom, period, on YouTube or YT. I'll go ahead and hit it on there if anybody wants to follow. I would highly appreciate it. And there it is. I'll follow you guys back on that account. So don't be surprised if you get a follow. It's cool. I know some people got their accounts private, so it's no biggie if you don't wanna if you don't want me allowed to see your account. That's cool. I'm not tripping. So don't feel obligated. Nicole writes, see you soon. Yup. I gotta go ahead. For anybody that was on the stream earlier on when I was talking about the dishwasher. The dishwasher is working, just in case you were curious about that. It took me all day. That's why I really haven't been, participating on the streams up until now. It ended up taking me more time than I anticipated. I had to go back to, I went to Home Depot one time. I thought I got the right stuff. I put everything on, and then there was water all over the place. Oh, Junior, right there. It's let me put it again. Put it right there, and there it is. It should have popped up on the screen. So are you gonna go do another one? Yeah, so I'll do one in about an hour and 20 minutes. Be the next one for Pima County. So the alternate account is right there, the one that says CollectCallFrom. This is this one. So I went to Home Depot and I got the stuff. I came back, I plugged everything up, and then when I turned on the water, there was water all over the place. So then I tried to tighten everything up, put Teflon on it and everything, and still didn't work. So I went back to Home Depot, returned all that stuff, went to Lowe's, and they had the exact item that I needed. Came back, put it on, and I think I started early. I think I started like at 8 in the morning. I didn't finish until about maybe like 2:30. So I pretty much just spent my whole day trying to get that thing up and running. But it's definitely a plus because then I won't have to hear my wife complaining about the dishwasher not working and buying paper plates because I refuse to wash dishes every day, and she's tired of it. So dishwasher's back in action. She's gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy, at least for a day or two, till something else breaks down. Then I gotta get to it. Anyhow, hey, I do appreciate you guys. You are watching. You have a CollectCallFrom. I am CollectCall James, and like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, I am out. Rato, and we'll be back shortly. All right, so I'm gonna put this stream on private, and then I'll re-enable it when I come back later. Appreciate you guys on YouTube. And with that being said, I am out. Let's see where the hell right here. Bam. Close the chat down. Let me see. Turn off the camera.
Your full name, please. Mr. Stewart, I am seeing you this evening because you have a warrant out of Pima County Justice Court. It looks like for an old DUI, I think from 2016. I do see that you're being held on a probation violation for your Superior Court felony probation. I'm not seeing you on that tonight. You're going to be seen separately in Superior Court on that, I would guess sometime in the next week or so. So as to this DUI warrant, I'm going to order that you be held on a $500 cash or secured bond. If you post that bond and if your hold is lifted on your probation case, I'm ordering that you do not drive without a valid driver's license, that you possess no alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to appoint Anna Dennis to represent you in Justice Court, and your hearing is going to be on tomorrow, the 22nd at 1:30 in the afternoon. You understand, sir? What's that?
You said on my DUI, I got a court hearing tomorrow?
Correct.
Is that with the judge or?
That'll be with the judge.
Oh, okay.
Okay? All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Today we're
And Your
we're
Honor,
in
can you
Pima
verify if
County.
there are Spanish speakers?
Yes. No Spanish speakers at the jail, correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
All right, you're excused. Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Bye-bye. Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
It's Elias Young.
Mr. Young, I'm seeing you this evening on a charge of domestic violence for preventing the use of a telephone. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
My lawyers in Texas said that I was
So, pretrial services did speak with your wife, who's the alleged victim, and I'm getting a lot of background noise from the jail.
Sorry about that, Judge.
Thank you. So pretrial services spoke with your wife, and she said that she does not object to your release and that you're welcome to return home. I'm going to order that you be released on your promise to appear in court. I'm ordering that you commit no further acts of domestic violence, and you need to be in Pima County Justice Court on February 20th at 10:30 in the morning, or a warrant can issue for your arrest. Do you understand? Oh, you're muted. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Will I get something that has that court date?
Yes, you'll get paperwork before you go.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I understand.
All right. Your excuse, sir.
Down the toilet on that one. Next. What do you think this young lady did?
Hi, can I get your full name?
Jessica Morales.
Ms. Morales, I am seeing you this evening on a number of different matters. You've got new charges of domestic violence, interfering with judicial proceedings.
Hit some switches.
Trespass.
Nubby nub.
And another charge of interfering with judicial proceedings. And 2 counts of disorderly conduct. Again, those are all domestic violence offenses. Those are new. I do see that you just recently like less than a week ago, were taken off of probation unsuccessfully.
Yeah, I think it's because of the balance I owe. She said that until the $420 was paid off, it would be unsuccessful.
Okay.
Damn, that's a setup right there.
But
That's
I
all
finished
bad.
the classes and everything, so.
Arizona. Tucson, Arizona, Pima County. That is correct, Little Vic. And
Well,
welcome,
given all of
everybody.
these new charges, I'm going to order that you be held on a $500 cash or secured bond.
For
I'm
sure.
ordering that you possess no alcohol or illegal drugs, that you commit no acts of domestic violence. I'm ordering that you have no contact of any kind with your mother. Don't go to her residence, and don't contact her on
Anna?
the phone or any other way. I'm going to appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you. And I will enter pleas of not guilty for you at this time and advise you that you're ordered to appear at all of your hearings. If you miss your hearings, they can go forward in your absence. Warrants can issue for your arrest. And if you're convicted at a trial and you can't be sentenced within 90 days of the conviction,
What
you
up,
could lose your right
hotness?
to a direct appeal.
Valeria.
If you're still in custody, you're going to have a hearing on January 31st at 1:45. If you were to post that bond, you would need to get to Tucson City Court on February 24th at 10 o'clock in the morning, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, now, how can I pay the bond myself here in the jail?
Yeah, you're going to have to talk to the jail about how to do that.
Mercs.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome.
All right.
And you said February 24th if I bond out?
If you bond out February 24th at 10 o'clock, you're going to get paperwork with that information on it.
Okay.
All right, but make sure you stay away from your mom's place, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're excused.
Next. Hey, so if you haven't done so, please hit that subscribe button. Also, sharing is caring. So if you could go ahead and share this with your loved ones, even if you don't love them, send it on through. And what do you think this gentleman right here did to end up in
Hey, sir, can I
jail?
get your full name?
Robert Robinson.
Mr. Robinson, I am seeing you this evening because you've got several warrants out of Tucson City Court
CS en vivo.
you've got a case
Lagging?
from 2019 for disorderly conduct, and then one from 2022 that's a domestic violence case, and one from 2023 that's a domestic violence case. It looks like Judge Million issued a warrant at the beginning of January because you had not appeared in court and you hadn't spoken with your attorney. And so she asked that a warrant be issued and that you be held on a $2,500 bond. So I am going to order that you be held on a $2,500 cash or secured bond. If you were to post that bond, I'm ordering that you commit no acts of domestic violence, that you have no contact of any kind with Monet Drew, that you not go to her residence or contact her in any other way. I will appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you. If you're still in custody, you'll have a video review hearing on January 29th at 1:30 with Judge Million. If you were to post your bond, you would need to get to that hearing on January 29th at 1:30 with Judge Million, or a warrant will issue for your arrest. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir. I mean, ma'am.
All right. I saw you. You're good. You're excused, sir.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? And for anybody that's wondering, this is live. This is live and direct from Tucson, Arizona. This would be Pima County.
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Yes, Your Honor. David Lujan Terrazas.
Mr. Terrazas, I am seeing you this evening on charges of domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and criminal damage. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty for you at this time and advise you that you're ordered to appear at all of your hearings. If you miss your hearings, they can go forward in your absence. Warrants can issue for your arrest. And if you're convicted at a trial and you can't be sentenced within 90 days of the conviction, you could lose your right to a direct appeal. So, sir, pretrial services did speak with the alleged victim, Lorraine. She does not object to your release from custody, but she does not want to have contact with you. So I am going to order that you be released on your promise to appear in court. I'm ordering that you commit no acts of domestic violence, and I'm ordering that you have no contact at this time with Lorraine. It looks like she's got an active order of protection against you anyways until 2026. So you need to stay far, far away from her. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, does it go both ways? Because this is my wife.
Right.
And she contacts me asking about the divorce.
Right. And I kind of assumed that's what was going on because I think she was at your place or you guys were somewhere else first together. So here's the deal. She's got the active order of protection. And so she's considered the victim. And so that means it is up to you to stay away from her. So that means if she calls you, you don't answer. If she comes to your door, you don't open the door for her. If she comes up to you in public, you walk the other way. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And that just is going to last as long as she's got that active order of protection. So unless she goes into court to get that vacated, that's active and you're going to end up with all these charges. So you got to protect yourself. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And then you need to be in Tucson City Court on February 18th at 2:00 in the afternoon, or a warrant can issue for your arrest. Okay.
Life's not fair.
February 18th at 2.
Yes. And you're going to get paperwork with that information. All right.
Thank you.
And for that, he's going to get one of these right here.
Yeah.
Awa. Oh. Hey, what's up, Snow? Welcome back. Hey, thank you for that badge.
Yes.
Damn.
Thank you.
That's not fair. Life's not fair.
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Joaquin Garcia.
What do you think Joaquin did? Hey, Rick, thank you for the follow.
Does counsel waive reading?
Thank you for that
Sure.
share.
All right. So I'm seeing you on some charges that are felony charges out of Superior Court.
Felonias. Felony. Hey,
And
Jay, thank you for the like. Dealing.
they are alleged to have occurred between August 1st and September 5th of 2024.
Dante, thank you for the follow.
Judge Fell suggested a $25,000 bond.
Damn,
the state
25
is asking
max.
for a $500,000 bond. And give me just a second. So I don't think any of us have the interim complaint, but the state put some details on Mr. Poston put some details on his recommendation. So I'm going to read
You're looking for.
Thank you. Thank you, Dante.
the interim complaint.
I have what looks to be the interim complaint. Forgive me. It's the grand jury warrant.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm just going to read what you put here. I think that's probably enough information. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
So I won't send it unless you ask.
Or should I say Your Honor? Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. So soft. Did you take your daughter's...
And Your Honor, in both situations, under 15.
Okay.
Actually, I 3D printed this one. My wife gave me one, but it was pink. I couldn't be sporting the pink one. I 3D printed this on my 3D printer. I had bought one on Amazon, but I ended up losing it. It was this little brown one. It was pretty bad, but I lost it, and I wasn't gonna pay another 7 macaroonies for that. I was like, man, I'll just 3D print it, and it hurts when I comb it, but it's okay. Barrios is laughing. Where you at? Where you at?
Is the order of protection victim the same victim as in this complaint?
Judge, I can go ahead and send it to you because it's quite the read. It might be the court's going to want 5 or 10 minutes to have a look at this. I'm sending it directly to Your Honor's email right now.
All right. Can you send it to defense too?
I will.
Thank you.
This guy's name, I didn't catch it. I was distracted. I got the attention span of a squirrel, so my apologies. I would have to play it back. And you haven't done
Coming to you both right now.
Please hit the hearts. Like, hey, if we could get to 20,000 to get us in the FYP. Hey, Chaparrita 805. I see you just snuck in. Let me see. Yeah, favorite one. That's right. Hey, Rick Squirrel. Let me see. I love it here. You're hilarious. Hey, I wish my wife would think that I'm funny. She's always telling me don't quit my day job. You're not funny. She was like, those people don't know what you're talking about. They shouldn't be encouraging you. You're out of control. It's always something. I don't know. Thanks for doing this. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. I could be out right now shopping, but I'm here. Instead of doing that, I'm here. I'm sharing these lives right here. If you haven't done so, check out some of the videos I uploaded today. I did some hearings from Utah. Check him out. Check him out. We got a.
And Tia, did you receive it?
We got a second time DUIer. She ended up in prison.
I didn't get it.
I didn't get it either. Also, I have a secondary account. Is this the last live for the night? Hell nah, man. Arizona.
So your last name is Catalica.
Arizona's 24/7. So
I'm sorry, I put the wrong one in.
We might have another one at 10. All right.
What email should I send it to?
Audrey Baumgartner, Audrey.Baumgartner@Pima.gov.
I couldn't see you in the camera at all.
Hey, you guys could.
Didn't know your name right off the top of my head. Voice, rather.
Yeah, Maricopa is next. Yeah, that is correct. Hey, if you guys could share, could follow my second account right there. I just put it on. Hey, thank you for pinning that. Snow, highly appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers just in case this account gets. I got another account as a backup, so you guys would definitely be helping out the community if you guys could follow.
Sent, Audrey.
And grab your mom's phone or your dad's phone and follow too. You know, the more the merrier. You never know, they might like it. Try it, you'll like it. Like my wife says when she cooks. Normally when she says that, I'm kind of hesitant to eat. Let me see.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you, Snow.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Barrios. Highly appreciate that. Smart move. Yeah, sometimes they be putting me on these timeouts. Maybe a week ago, they put me on a week timeout. I appealed it, and they took it off. But sometimes, they be hitting me with those timeouts, and they suck, man. It's all bad. Hey, thank you, Mamacita. Gracias, Kimbo. Follow you. Hey, thank you. Highly appreciate that, Kimbo. Man, you know what? I like this court now. I appreciate this court now compared to Maricopa County, because Maricopa is fast, man. They don't even let me talk for like 2 seconds. They're always cutting me off. Hey, Diana, highly appreciate the follow. Hey, we just hit 15,000 subscribers, which is huge, because when I started this platform, when I jumped on here, maybe like in March, man, I was struggling. The struggle was real. Up until a year and a half ago, I never had social media, so I was always hesitant, to start it up. But here I am now, a year and a half later. Hey, Robbie, thank you, appreciate that. They know you record. On this one, it's you don't have to fill anything out to go on, and you just click on the website and it takes you directly to the stream. So on this one they don't, but sometimes when I do the parole board hearings, they've kicked me out before in the past. They got priors. There's also Pinal County. Oh, really? Do they stream also? I might have to look that one out. Hey, thank you.
Is this for the order of protection, or is this for the warrant?
The latter.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Pinal County. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, if anybody ever has information, or you guys know of any courts that live stream, let me know. But for the courts, it has to be a court that doesn't forbid a recording or streaming.
I don't think that order of protection is related to.
Because I'm not trying to end up in front of the judge over this.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Yes. Sorry. What made you want to do this? Like the content, smart. No one else. I mean,
if you're ready, Ms. Baumgartner, I'll hear from you.
I want you to try something different.
I'm ready, Your Honor.
I didn't want to copy anybody else.
We don't believe that a $500,000 bond is appropriate. He does have housing with his father, and no minors live there. He wasn't able to give that number to pretrial services, but he's assured me he'll be able to stay there. He has one prior, which is not violent, from 2005. He doesn't have an active NVCA flag. He's a 3 on both scales. This is from August of this year. He was never previously arrested, and looks like the warrant was just issued early December. So given all those factors, Your Honor, and the fact that Judge Phil, despite seeing all the allegations, only insisted on a $25,000 bond, we'd be asking for no higher than $25,000.
Hey, they haven't said what he did, huh? Are they keeping it a secret? Because normally when it's a secret, it's something bad. I haven't heard them say anything. I mean, I know there's 100 of you in there. I might have missed it. Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured. Something fishy is going on here. He got his arms crossed. I don't know. He looks super suspect. Yeah. Hey, thank you. Yeah, thank you, guys. Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
I'm going to order a $50,000 bond. It'll be cash or secured, released to pretrial services if that bond is posted. Monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial services. No alcohol or illegal drugs, and no marijuana.
No, you know what? Normally, when it has something to do with minors,
No
they'll say
contact of any kind with the alleged victims.
Okay, victims.
No contact of any kind with any minors.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm sorry. No unsupervised contact with any minors.
Yeah, there it is. I don't know what he did, but we'll go ahead and do one of these for him.
And do not reside with any minors.
Had to flush. Had to flush the toilet for that one right there.
And you've got an arraignment scheduled a week from today. That's
Toilet time.
January 28th at 1:30 in the afternoon in Superior Court. So if you do post that bond, you need to make sure that you are in Superior Court for your arraignment in 1 week. All right, sir. That is all. You're excused.
Hey, good luck
Is
to
it
you.
the PD, Your Honor? It is the PD.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He will go to Eloy. Is that where the PDFers go? Bye, dude. Don't drop the soap like Barrios would always say. You see, dude, I said toilet exactly when I heard it. Faith. SO yard. Yeah, okay. Good to know. I don't live in Arizona, but that's it. Yeah. Next. I think I like it more when we have DVs and those type of activities, opposed to having somebody like that on here. I do know all the yards laughing out loud. What the wood? Whoop, whoop. All right, and welcome everybody. Where are you guys tuning in from? What do you think this fine upstanding citizen did?
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Fabian David Couch.
Mr. Couch, I'm seeing you again.
Yes,
Hold on.
I apologize.
I'm seeing you again for a warrant that I issued for narcotic drug violation, drug paraphernalia violation from January 26th of 2024.
623. He got caught with that pipa. It's some Krizak.
You were previously
Crystal, thank you for the follow.
arrested and released on this twice.
Twice.
And failed to appear at your arraignment.
Judge.
Can I please speak?
On the 10th.
No, there's a reason why, though.
Hold on.
East Texas here. That's right.
Why don't you, Ms. Baumgartner, would you put him on mute and hear what he wants to say?
Yeah, put him on mute. Okay, we see what had happened was that the reason I didn't come to court, it was because my bus broke down, and then the bus that came, that one broke down too. But so by the time I got that third bus, court was closed already, and I was trying to tell him, but they wouldn't let me into court. So that's what happened. I'm telling you, I can't be in here. I got 3 people working under me, and they depend on me. Lawyer, look, get me out of here. I can't be in here. You know what they do to people like me in here? Please, I'm begging you. You see, what happened was, okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. This is what really happened, all right? I was on my way to court, and my dog ate my bus pass. So I was never able to make it. That's what happened. You're making me laugh. This is no laughing matter here. And I like this. They should put more times out here, and I could tell you, I could read their lips and let you guys know what they're saying.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right. We're back in the
Whenever
record.
you're ready, I can argue for bond. I'm not sure we've gotten there yet.
Yes, please.
So we're actually asking you to give him another chance. It sounds like his circumstances last time have significantly changed.
Dude, I'm dying.
Last time he was not. He was originally had to be transported when he was released here. He had to be transported up to Phoenix to take care of a case there. Now he's on probation in Phoenix.
Okay.
He has a PO. He has to do UAs. This is a personal possession drug case. My guess is in our jurisdiction, it'll possibly be run concurrent with that probation
Motel
term.
6 left the
So he's
light on
here,
for him.
he's ready to take care of it, and it sounds like last time he just had that other court in a completely different jurisdiction that was getting in his way. So we'd be asking you to give him a chance to deal with this in person. He is here, living with his kids' moms, and has not violated on probation.
All right, what I'm seeing is that he was put on probation November 21st.
Yeah.
I saw him
Thank you for sharing the
when
live,
he was
Crazy
arrested
Cat.
the second time a couple of weeks later in December. And then he didn't show up to his arraignment in January.
Don't say that. What'd you tell her then? Shh. Messing up. He looks like the type of person that has dirt. Like his nails are like super black, like which is like dirt and like grease and.
I'm not going to.
He would like to talk to you, Your Honor.
The reason why is
Go ahead.
because.
Go ahead, talk to me.
Okay. Okay. So the reason why there's a space difference between whenever I got arrested and whenever you saw me was because I was sat in MCSO for almost 2 months. That's the reason why. From my court date to whenever they came and got me and brought me down here was like almost over a month and a half later.
They don't care. The judge don't care.
Because I had to wait 7 days. I had to wait 7 days for my Glendale hold, and they never came and got me. And then I waited another like over almost a whole month for Pima County to come and get me.
What else?
That's why there's that space in between whenever I got put on probation and whenever I got released here, and why I had to go back to Phoenix to check into probation.
You gotta figure it out, sir. That's not my problem. You figure it out.
I'm just begging for one more chance, please.
No more
Like I
chances.
promise, I'm not gonna leave Tucson until I go to court.
So are you in contact
Thank
with
you,
your
Snow.
Maricopa County probation officer?
Yes, I am.
No
And
soup
do you
for
have
you.
stable housing?
Here, yes. But until I'm here, yes. So I'm probably gonna end up staying here.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
the state's a bit skeptical. Continued criminality is not a defense for failing to show. The state stands by its recommendation at $5,000, and I would be a bit surprised if there's not a probation hold here or on the way.
I don't know that there's no warrant for probation violation. He
Not
was just
yet.
put on probation 2 months ago. And the problem is that he didn't show up for his arraignment for the second time. So, where are you living?
At her mom's house.
Who's her?
Yeah, my kid's mom's house.
It's here in Tucson.
Yes, it's here in Tucson.
I don't believe him. There's no way that somebody's gonna be with him with those dirty ass hands. No way. If I showed up with dirty hands like that to my house, my wife would throw me out.
One more time that you be released to pretrial services, monitoring or treatment as directed by them, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Your hearing with me is going to be in 1 week from today on January 28th at 1:30 in Superior Court. You need to be there.
We're gonna see him again. We're gonna see him back on here.
All right.
Mark my
All
words.
right. You're excused.
Look at those hands.
Is that
Ugh,
PD, Your Honor?
Something ugly.
Sorry.
Hey, so one time
Yes,
we went to,
PD.
they let him go. Hey, Crazy,
Yes,
thank you
PD.
for the like. Stefan, thank you for the follow. Next in lines. Hey, so this one time we went to Mexico for a vacation, and we went to get these tacos that were being sold on the street, and the guy that was making these tacos de barbacoa, his hands looked like that, and I saw my lady when that guy was mixing up the meat. I could see the look on my wife's face. She just wanted to just throw up. So if I showed up like that, I know what happened to me. Okay, hey, what do you guys think she did? DV,
Hey, ma'am, can I get your full name?
DUI?
Geyer?
Ms. Geyer, I'm seeing you this evening on charges of domestic violence, aggravated assault, and kidnapping. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And you've got counsel seated next to you for today's hearing.
Don't kidnap me. I got somewhere to be. Hey, how much time do they give you for kidnapping in Arizona? Is it a life sentence like California?
State is recommending a $75,000 bond plus pretrial services.
75? What the what? Toilet? No clue.
Given the allegations, and it looks like she's on probation for 3 different felony offenses out of Texas fairly recently.
Yeah, favorite one. Thank you for the like. Christine, thank you for the like. Highly appreciate it. Hopefully my wife's not watching me right now because
I'll hear from defense.
she isn't going.
Your Honor, we're actually asking to continue this to the morning calendar. I spoke with Ms. Geyer, and she has housing with her mother. She knows the phone number. It sounds like she gave it to pretrial, but she didn't answer for whatever reason, so she's going to work hard over the next several hours to make sure her mom can verify with them that she does have housing away from this victim. I also think there are potentially some will cause issues with the DV kidnap charge. So we're asking to continue it.
20 years for kidnapping? I can't do 20 years.
Poses, if I'm going to pull back up the pretrial statement regarding the housing, because if I'm not mistaken, Mom was disinclined.
If I did 20 years,
to help out here,
I would come out in diapers.
Yes, the defendant's mother said she's unemployed, and she can use the address for mailing purposes only, not residential. She is not offering housing. State stands by its original recommendation. This is DV involving strangulation. This person has a lot of priors and is on felony probation for the next 7 years at least.
He said a lot instead of numerous.
She has no significant connections to the community, less than 3 months, and she's looking at mandatory prison time.
Man, though.
If not the fact that they're likely to violate her on parole.
How many women's prisons do they got in Arizona? I missed it.
Your Honor, may I respond to that?
Yes.
I want to look her up.
I understand the state's position, and she's from Camp Verde, where her mom lives, and she has other family members up there that she can check in with about getting her housing if her mom is not willing to. She knows their phone numbers, so she's asking for the chance because she was not aware that her mom was in that position to then verify with other people.
Did anybody catch her name by any chance? I really don't retain that much information.
I'm going to order a $25,000 bond. It'll be cash or secured, released to pretrial services if posted. No acts of domestic violence, monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial. No alcohol or illegal drugs. No contact with the alleged victim.
Damn,
I'll put in my order, ma'am, that you could return one time with a law enforcement escort if you have personal belongings at his residence. So you would take my order to the nearest police station and have them go with you to get your things. And preliminary hearing date is scheduled for January 31st, but that hearing is very likely not going to happen on that date. You'll get a hearing at a later date. So if you do post your bond, it's going to be really important that you're in touch with pretrial and with your attorney so that you know when to get to court. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. You're excused.
I'm going to go ahead and do another toilet for safe measure. Hey, and remember, you heard it first. I never heard nobody using any type of toilet sound effects on their stream. So you heard it here first. If you see other people doing that, it's no bueno. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where at? That's pretty high cash bond. Yeah. Hey, by the time she comes out, cars are going to be flying. Next, what do you guys think this gentleman did here? Listen up to the names if you want to look them up.
Hi, sir. Can I get your full name?
Reynaldo Robles.
Mr. Robles, I am seeing you this evening on a few different matters. You have new felony charges of possession of a dangerous drug.
What?
And then you've got, it looks like 3 warrants out of Pima County Justice Court.
I knew it, Anthony said. I knew it.
For advertising, contracting without a license.
Oh, there he
2
worked.
of them are from 2021.
During the pandemic.
And then there's a civil violation from 2023.
2023.
State's recommending a $7,500 bond with pretrial services. Mr. Poston, I'll hear from you on that.
Your Honor, we're looking at somebody who's a 6 and a 5, 6 FTA, 6 NCA, 5 M, 5 FTA. He's got an extensive hearing of failing to appear for court hearings. State's not opposed to him possibly looking at Step Smart. However, he's got an epic history of not showing up. He's also got a history of violence, which is very problematic for the state. And there needs to be some strong incentives for him to actually show up.
You got to keep the public safe. I'm not
All right,
safe.
I'll hear from defense.
Your Honor, we're asking you to release him to pretrial services.
You keep freezing.
He has verified housing and support with his daughter. He is self-employed. He does have priors. However, the last one is from 2011. So that was almost 15 years ago. The two misdemeanors pending that you cited are nonviolent. This is considered a nonviolent offense. It's a personal possession drug case, Your Honor. He doesn't have an active NVCA flag. With the verified housing and support and being on pretrial, with the misdemeanors, he wasn't had the same opportunity on pretrial where he gets that level of supervision. His family's more involved. So given the actual charges at hand, we'd be asking you release him to pretrial services.
Hey, I just checked. I see that 15 of you guys
on
followed me on the
felony.
other account. Thank you.
I'm going to order a $500 cash or secured bond released to pretrial services if that bond is posted. Monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial, no alcohol or illegal drugs. We'll set a SMART hearing for January 28th at 9 o'clock. And preliminary hearing will be January 31st. And I just realized with this civil warrant, so there must be a judgment against him, and he didn't show up for hearings to deal with that. And so this judge actually asked for a $6,000 bond.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Based on my prior experience in justice court, it's entirely possible that he's looking at a couple of failures of chronic FTAs,
Right.
cases of contracting or advertising without a license. The judges eventually just get frustrated with the failures to appear and issue a fairly healthy bond. The fact that it's up to $6,000 means it's been festering for quite some time.
Hey, thank you, Nubby Nub. Highly appreciate it. Bass, thank you for following. I'll follow you guys back in that account. If you guys got your accounts private, you guys don't want to accept it, it's cool.
I'm going to order $500 cash bonds on each of these three justice court matters.
Thank you. Britt,
I will appoint
this is a live video. Yes, it is. Yes, indeed.
Robin Ald to represent you. And you're going to see the judge tomorrow by video at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Chanel, thank you for the follow. Are you in AZ? No, I'm not. I'm not in Arizona. I'm from LA. Born and raised.
All right, sir. So
JC.
if you end up posting those bonds, you need to make sure that you get to these court dates or warrants will issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. You're excused.
That fool ain't going nowhere. He is not going to go anywhere. JC, thank you for the like. Highly appreciate it. I'm in Cali too. That's right. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see. I just got a call from the account. No, I don't think. Oh, maybe I pressed the button by accident. I didn't mean to. I was, what the what? Yeah, I was adding everybody on that was following me on that account. So, yeah, I believe so. What's the website?
Hello. How are you?
It's on YouTube. They don't have it on our website. You have to go to YouTube. Let me see.
Sir,
No,
give me just a moment.
I just watched the video that the guy abused his wife and sentenced for what? Did he get denied? I'm not sure. I gotta check it. I didn't sit in on the Utah hearings today. I was fixing my dishwasher. That guy looks like Terminator. Like, what's wrong with his face? Is he beat up? What the what? What's up with his face? It's like his face was cut in half and put back together. Damn.
All right, sir, can I get your full name?
Yes. Fully with Irineo Peña Solis.
Mr. Solis, I am seeing you this
What up,
evening on a
T-Bone?
couple of different matters. You've got, actually, a few different matters. You've got new charges of possession of a dangerous drug, possession of drug paraphernalia. And then you've got a warrant out of Superior Court for failure to appear at an arraignment for charges of 2 counts of misconduct involving weapons, dangerous drug possession, and drug paraphernalia possession. Those are allegations from November 5th of 2024.
I can't even see his
And then
face.
you've got a warrant out of Justice Court. We'll deal with that one after we deal with these felonies. Let's see.
And I'm running at 1080p.
So
So,
the warrant was a dismissal and refile, and it appears he maybe didn't know about that situation. Sir, where are you living?
6412 North Camino de la Tierra, Your Honor.
just in case you guys want to see the attorney, the judge is kind of hidden between. I don't know. Yeah, it looks weird. I don't know if it's like it might be like a big mole on his face or a birthmark, but it's concerning. It's definitely concerning. It wasn't.
Mr. Poston, you put in your recommendation that there was a gun. But
Your Honor, this one was much unclear. In the assessment, it talks about case CR 2024-4823, misconduct involving weapons as well as drugs and drug paraphernalia. This case was charged, later dismissed, and then reinstated. That would also go with the fact that he picked up yet more drug charges. So this isn't a holdabout bond situation. I just would note that these are rapid-fire drug charges, and I would note that the weapon that he was stopped with is particularly concerning. The 5.7x28 is a favorite weapon of, honestly, cartels, and that's based on a rather apocryphal belief that it'll penetrate body armor.
Your Honor, I'm gonna object to that. That's just speculating. That's coming from absolutely nowhere. It's just inappropriate, and I can't listen to that.
Shit, I'm scared now.
Your Honor, the state agrees with the 7,500 plus pretrial that was instituted on or about the 5th of November. That plus the fact that he's got additional charges.
No, this is not something that I thought that would be coming up on.
All right. I'll hear from defense.
I just put up the second account right there.
Your Honor, it sounds like he didn't know about this case. It was initially dismissed. He stayed in on bond on it, and then he was released. The court only issued a $2,500 bond on this, so the $7,500 isn't necessary. At most, we'd be asking for $25,000. Regarding the new drug cases, I mean, drug addicts have drug cases, Your Honor. These are personal possession. He's not once charged with attempting to sell. There's no allegations of him being involved in the drug cartel. So I really don't believe a $7,500 bond is appropriate on that either. And we'd actually be asking you release him to pretrial. He doesn't have any violent priors. His last priors from 2017, or his last felony priors from 2017, which is a personal possession drug case, Your Honor. So that would be our recommendation.
That definitely got my attention. That woke me up.
On the warrant, I'm going to order a $2,500 cash or secured bond released to pretrial services if that bond is posted. Monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial. No alcohol or illegal drugs. No firearms or weapons. Arraignment is scheduled for 1 week from today. It is January 28th at 1:30 in Superior Court. So if you post your bond, sir, you need to make sure that you get to that hearing in 1 week. That's going to be with me. All right. If you're not at that hearing, I'm going to have to issue another warrant for your arrest, and it'll likely be a much higher bond. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor. Most likely I will be bonded out. Obviously, I guess I'll be staying here.
Okay. Unless you bond out, you're going to be there, and I'll see you in a week. All right. And then on the new drug charges, I'll order a $250 cash or secured bond released pre-trial if that bond is posted, monitoring or treatment, no alcohol or illegal drugs. We'll set a SMART hearing for January 28th at 9 o'clock in the morning. And preliminary hearing will be January 31st. Public defender is appointed if I didn't say so yet. And then on this misdemeanor warrant, this is for driving on a suspended license from February 17th. I am going to order that you be released as to that charge. Order that you do not drive without a valid driver's license. Your hearing in Justice Court will be February 20th at 8:30 in the morning. So if you're out of custody by then, you need to get to that hearing. If you're still in custody, they will take you to a video hearing for that. All right, sir? You understand?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, you're excused.
You guys are hooked on the flesh, huh? Oh, hey, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. It's free 99, and we're trying to get to that 20,000 mark. So you could make a difference. You guys could help us get to that 20,000 mark. Really trying to get there is my dream. It's my dream. The Flush Mobile. Next in line. All right. Hey, I'm a girl. Thank you for the follow.
Hey, sir, can I get your full name?
Samuel Thomas Velasquez.
All right, Mr. Velasquez, I am seeing you this evening on a few different matters. You've got some new cases.
You got something
felony
in your face?
Cases involving burglary, third-degree burglary, possession of burglary tools, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of dangerous drug, and then another third-degree burglary charge. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And you've got counsel seated next to you for today's hearing. We're also going to talk about, it looks like 3 warrants out of Justice Court and 3 warrants out of Tucson City Court. We'll deal with those next. But first, we're going to talk about these felonies.
Thank you.
The state is asking for a $75,000, or I'm sorry,
Hey, welcome
hold on,
from Down
sir.
Under.
$7,500 concurrent bond.
Your Honor, I misspoke. There's only one case on this one, so please go ahead and disregard one of the.
You just said he had all kinds of cases.
I think they're actually split into 2. Yeah, there's 2.
Nope, then I was mistaken. Yeah, state's looking for that primarily based on felony convictions, substantial misto record, history of FTA is absolutely epic, community ties are lacking, and he's a 6 out of 6 on both scales.
Great.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
Hey, so I seen women or girls, when they get on the front of that camera, they're saying a story. I can't do that, so I do the next best thing. I got the mini comb for the mustache. That's what I could do. I can't do my eyebrows or nothing, but I could comb my mustache. Hey, Nez, thank you, appreciate that. Yvette, where is this at? This is Tucson, Arizona, Pima County. Anna's laughing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I messed that one up. I was gonna start saying what he's saying to his public pretender, the stash, Jimmy 23. Nez, thank you for the like. It's lights her eyes. Ooh, aprendida. All right. So where is everybody tuning in from? I see there's 156, 157 people. Where you guys coming in from? Hey, I just saw Chantel coming in from Australia. She's coming from Down Under. Man, I love them kangaroo videos that people be posting up. They say we got T-Bone, we got Pomona. Let me see, California, Indiana, Ohio,
Okay.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
So, Your Honor, it sounds like after speaking with Mr. Velasquez, he's been in and out of the hospital a lot. He has medical conditions that he's dealing with. He has mental health diagnoses, including schizophrenia that he's dealing with. He has substance use disorder that he's dealing with. He was set to go up to treatment in Phoenix tomorrow to address those. He has one prior, which is a personal possession drug offense from 2020. So given those situations, we'd be asking for no more than $7,500 on both cases concurrent.
Honestly, I can't.
What the what? They muted us again. OC, New York, Fort Worth.
All right, Mr. Velasquez, I need to talk to you for a minute, okay?
Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
All right, on the felony matters.
Hey, Ness, thank you for the follow on YT. Highly appreciate it. Not guilty.
Mr. Velasquez, I need you to stop talking to defense counsel and just listen to what I'm going to order, okay?
He said what?
I'm going to order a $7,500 concurrent bond on the felony matters. It'll be cash or secured, released to pretrial, posted. Do not return to any of the incident locations, monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Preliminary hearing date is scheduled for January 31st.
Looks emotional. Nah, he just has a lot of hand movements and stuff. I do that sometimes when I get animated. Looks
all right,
emotional.
sir. And then, sir, I need to talk to you.
Nah, I didn't watch the Ohio.
Mr. Velasquez, I need to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to you.
You've got 3 warrants out of Pima County Justice Court. Those are for a shoplifting criminal trespass from April 13th, shoplifting criminal trespass from May 10th, shoplifting criminal trespass from August 8th.
Target, let me guess target.
On those cases, I'm going to appoint Janet Altschuler to represent you in Justice Court. I'm going to order $250 cash or secured bonds on each of those matters. Order that you not return to any of those incident locations, no alcohol or illegal drugs. You're going to have a hearing in Justice Court tomorrow, the 22nd at 1 o'clock in the afternoon to deal with your Justice Court matters.
He's going down the little cubicle. Oh, man, you know what? I still haven't seen anybody
and then
act out.
Finally, we have
here at least
warrants out of Tucson City Court for criminal trespass, paraphernalia theft charges.
Damn, he got a gang of
from
cases.
Last year as well.
Definitely been busy.
On those matters, I'm going to order a $500 cash or secured bond. I will appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Might as well make it $1 million at this point. It doesn't matter. He's not going to get out.
Same conditions. And your hearing in City Court will be on January 31st at 1:45.
1:45. Yeah, he ain't going anywhere till he's done doing all his
All right,
time.
sir. So you're going to get you've got 3 different court dates, and you've got attorneys representing you in all of these cases. If that's all, you're excused.
Get out of my presence, you mere mortal. Next. Hey, what's up, Diane? How's it going? What did he do? It just came in. He had a bunch of. He had like 5 or 8. What is it? Shoplifting. He had some Krizak on him. He had a pipa. Those sorts of.
Went to housing. Oh, so they're gonna have to bring him down to Judge meeting.
Okay. Judge, I guess the Mr. Willis was moved to housing, so they're bringing him down, so it could be a couple minutes.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Where is he? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I know you guys know what's up with the neck sales, the chirp sound. Hey, so what kind of streams do you guys like? Do you guys like what do you guys like? Pima? Do you guys prefer Pima County or Maricopa? Hey, Stutter, gracias, highly appreciate the follow. Maria
Or Velasquez, right?
Velasquez. Didn't they know he was gonna get? Yeah, they did. Yeah, but sometimes you know what? Sometimes people refuse, or they'll get lost, or they'll play games. So, you know, if you're hiding and they don't know where you're at, then that's definitely gonna slow it down. Or sometimes people refuse to go to court. Let me see. I like both so far. I like all your content. Hey, thank you, Nez. Highly appreciated. I like car chases. Yeah, I've been looking for some car chases. I wanna get into those also. But normally when I log into them, I catch them a little bit late because I keep the notifications off on my phone. So, gracias. Let me see. I like parole. Keisha. All right. Hey, so on Thursday we're gonna be doing Kansas. No, not Kansas. Sorry, Kentucky. It was one with a K. Kentucky. Hey, Kentucky is probably one of the best places you could hear a parole board hearing because they don't withhold any information. They talk about it all, about the details about the case, and they ask them a lot of questions. Car chases, where are they gonna go? I like the parole ones. Cool. When are you gonna do and why again? I've never done New York before. I do Connecticut. Let me see. Chess or Lynn. Follow. Thank you. Highly appreciate it. Or look into it. The New York ones. New York doesn't offer. They're not open to the public. There's about. I found about 12 states or 13 states that offer it. I don't know there was car chases on. You could do it all right here. I've done some before in the past, but I haven't came across any recently. What state are you gonna do? You say Kentucky on Thursday. That one you're gonna want to check that one out. So that one's gonna start early. It starts 5:30 Pacific time. So that one starts really early. Tomorrow I'm gonna do. Most likely I'll do Connecticut and Utah. Those are like my Connecticut, Utah, or Iowa. Those are the easiest ones to get into. Let me see what's next. I don't know. We're just waiting right now. We're waiting for them to bring up the next person. Apparently, they were hiding or something. Is Maricopa County live on YouTube? Oh shit! I forgot. Hold up. Give me a minute. Damn. Let me switch it up right now because they're lollygagging it over here. Let me see. I think Maricopa just started right now. So just give me 1 minute. No, it hasn't started yet. All right, so it's normally starts I think at 7, right? Or is it 8? I'll check the times right now. Hold on. Let me see here. Maricopa County. So it should be starting right now. Oh, there it is.
Warrant for failing to appear. You already had an attorney appointed to represent you in those matters. You will have a status conference hearing on January 27th at 8:30.
There we go.
And a disposition hearing as to the other matter on January 27th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500 per case in those matters. And then your violation of probation, I also appointed an attorney to represent you in that matter. Hold on, just make sure I'm telling you everything correctly. Actually, there were 3 warrants for failing to appear, and one of the cases was for a violation of probation.
Probation matters, 3 disposition hearings, and 1 is
a status.
for sentencing.
Okay. So, on your last matter, that was a failure to appear, an attorney was also appointed to represent you in that matter, and you have a disposition hearing. I'm sorry, yes, you do have another disposition hearing on January 20. I'm sorry, you have a status post-warrant hearing on January 27th at 8:30, and you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. So between your 3 cases, which you do have a bond, it's a secured appearance bond in the amount of $7,500. I would caution you against attempting to pay your bond at this time because you don't know whether or not you will be eligible for a bond on the matter that you are currently not bondable on. If something changes, you will need to make sure if you do become eligible for bond, you need to make sure that you appear for all of your hearings. If you fail to appear for your hearings, any bond posted will be forfeited, and more warrants will be issued for your arrest, and you'll be subject to bond again. That takes care of everything that we need to do here this evening. If you will step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Maricopa, they make you wear pink. The people I've seen in Maricopa County, they've
Mr.
been
Norris, will you
orange.
please come into the courtroom? And Ms. Angrier, if you'll please have a seat in the chair.
Can we watch the other one? I could really do one at a time.
Sir, can you please
and the other one was about to end
your first
anyways.
and last name and your date of birth?
Harry Wars, 12/21/1993.
You are here on 3 matters. You have 1 new case. You have a warrant for failing to appear, and then you are also a fugitive of justice out of
Damn, he looks like he's been out in the sun all day. Does he have a cover around him?
The Gila River community or tribe. So I will first talk to you about your new case. You were charged with 1 count of aggravated assault against an officer, which is a Class 5 felony, 1 count of shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of resisting arrest, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause as to all 3 counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on January 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. Because you were on felony release at the time that the alleged offenses occurred, you are not eligible for bond today by statute, so I did schedule an evidentiary hearing for you for January 28th at 1:30. And then a warrant was issued for your arrest when you failed to appear for a court date. You already have an attorney representing you in that matter. You do have a status conference hearing on January 27th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. Then, as to the fugitive of justice warrant, you do have the right to an extradition hearing. You are entitled to bond. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, but one would not be appointed to you because that is not a criminal matter. If you choose to move forward with an extradition hearing, what would be required is that an extradition warrant would need to be signed by the governor here, the governor for the state of Arizona, and then the governor for your community. That process can take between 60 to 90 days. You also have the right to waive an extradition hearing. If you choose to do so, you would not be entitled to bond. The community or tribe would have up to 30 days to come pick you up. If they do not pick you up, you would be released after 30 days, only if all your matters here in our court are resolved. Did you have an opportunity to review the paperwork regarding extradition? Okay, so I'm going to have you go back into the room, and if someone can give him the placard that tells him about his rights regarding extradition, I will call him back up.
Damn, is
He's saying that he did not review it. So
yeah, that's right.
Is he the missing link? Is he a caveman?
Oh yeah, I did. The fucking the big paper.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I read it.
Do you understand what you read?
Yeah.
And I told you what all your rights were. So do you know how you would like to proceed today? Are you going to waive your rights, request an extradition hearing, or do you choose to waive those rights?
Oh, I'm tired of living young.
I'll waive them.
Before you can waive your rights, I do have to ask you several questions to make sure that you do understand what you are doing here today. I understand that that you want to sign the waiver of extradition. So I want to confirm with you that you did review the waiver of extradition paperwork, correct?
Yes.
Do you understand that you do not have to sign that paperwork?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to an extradition hearing?
Yeah.
Do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to demand that the governor's warrant be signed by both the governors of here in Arizona and of your community or tribe?
Uh-huh.
You have to say yes out loud.
Damn, again.
Yeah.
I'm yawning. Hold up. I'm yawning.
Do you understand that you would have the right to bail?
Yeah.
Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
No.
You do not want to give up those rights?
No.
Okay, so then you want me to set a bond and set an extradition hearing for you?
Yes.
That's totally opposite of what I just asked you, sir.
Oh,
so
sorry.
now I'm really confused about what you would like to do.
You're confused. I'm confused.
So what I would prefer to do is what I initially was inclined to do, was to allow you to have the opportunity to review all the paperwork so that you do understand what's going on. So either way, I can make a finding that you do understand what you're doing here today.
Mm-hmm.
So please go back into the holding room and review that paperwork.
Hey, this is Maricopa County, Arizona. Maricopa County. Next. The orange is the new black.
Hold on. Ms. Stetson, are you wanting to appear on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor. This is number 19.
Can we turn it down a little bit? Yes. Can you please state your appearance at this time?
Yes. Good evening, Your Honor. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Ma'am, would you please state your first and last name?
April Angler, 05/26/2002.
You are here today on a new case. You've been charged with 1 count of murder in the first degree, a Class 1 felony.
What?
And 1 count of burglary in the first degree, a Class 2 felony. I did find probable cause as to both counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You will have a status conference hearing on January 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. Before I go into release conditions, Ms. Stetson, do you have anything to add outside of the recommendation that you've already submitted and the probable cause statement that I already reviewed?
No.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the attorney.
One thing, Your Honor, the state would be making a motion to seal the Form 4, Your Honor. This is very much an ongoing investigation with multiple suspects who are not in custody. So at this time, the state would be moving to seal the Form 4.
Yeah. Yep. I didn't catch your
There
name.
is one in custody, though.
Okay, you have to stop talking.
My bad.
My bad.
Ms. Stetson, typically when I've seen those, and so I'm just asking here in this setting, usually I would get a motion to seal in writing. Does the state plan to file one, or is this just something that you typically do on the record here?
Typically in initial hearing, the only time whenever we do a motion to seal, it's always been on the record. But if Your Honor would like, well, the state, can we even file a motion to seal with IA because we don't have any clerks?
Okay, I mean, I'm just saying I've seen them before in another setting, in another court, so that's the only reason why I asked that.
Okay.
So it has. I will grant that motion to seal. Now going in, is there anything else that you wanted to be heard on at this time?
No, Your Honor. However, the state would ask Your Honor to include no contact with co-defendants. But other than that, the state has is going off everything in the recommendation and in the Form 4.
They're either yawning. They're yawning, or their feet are jacked up, or both.
So the release conditions are as followed. I'm ordering a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750,000. If you are able to post bond, you will be released on electronic monitoring. You are not to return to the scene of the alleged crime or initiate any contact with the victim's family, to include spouse, parent, child, or sibling, or any other person related to the victim. You are not to possess you are not to possess any weapons.
We're on Microsoft
If you
Teams.
are able to post bond, you must appear for your hearings. If you fail to appear for your hearings, the bond that was posted will be forfeited. a warrant will be issued for your arrest and you would be subject to bond again.
Sophie,
So
thank
that
you for the
takes
follow.
care of everything that we have to do here this evening. If you will please step to your left, someone will bring your paperwork into you shortly.
Hey, she ain't going
Thank you, Your
anywhere for
Honor.
a very
That's
long
all for
time,
the state.
from what it looks
You
like.
may be excused.
Was
Thank you.
anybody able to look her up? Did you guys find out anything? Do tell if you did. So young, yeah, she's young. She is young.
Mr. Espinoza, if you will please come into the courtroom.
I'll look now. Thank you, Blake.
Mr. Link, will you please have a seat in the chair?
I think it's from an apartment. Pew pew. Was that one the one from yesterday? Not even upset. 2002.
Mr. Espinoza?
Can't find anything yet. Okay, Jack. I don't. Yes. All right. Let's see.
Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Domingo Muñoz Espinosa, 52078.
You are here because a warrant was issued when you failed to appear for your hearing. An attorney was already appointed to represent you in that matter. You will have a post-warrant status conference hearing on January 30th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $6,000. If you are able to post bond, you must make sure that you appear for your court date. If you fail to appear for your court date, any bond posted will be forfeited, and another warrant will be issued for your arrest, and you will likely be subject to another bond.
There's no way of getting pretrial services or someone to get.
Sir, you failed to show up, and it looks like you were supposed to be at sentencing, and you did not appear.
But can I get out?
That was issued by the judge, and so I'm not changing that order.
Okay.
So if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
It was worth a try.
Mr. Link, will you please come into the courtroom?
Thank you,
and
Meg. Thank you for the. Thank you for
Ms.
the.
Bond, if you will have a seat in the chair.
Is that for wearing lugs or Uggs?
Mr. Link, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Ryan Joseph Link, 11/8/1992.
You are here because you do have a probation violation. Looks like.
Let me see here.
No, sorry, it was failure to appear.
The court was
on two matters, you had a failure to appear on two court dates. You already had an attorney appointed to represent you in those matters. You will have a status conference hearing on January 30th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $25,000 on one of those warrants, and you have and then you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $150. So between the two bonds, it's $25,150 secured appearance. If you are able to post bond, you must appear for your court date. If you fail to appear for your court date, another warrant will be issued for your arrest. The bond that you posted will be forfeited, and you will be subject to another bond. That takes care of everything that we have to do here this evening. If you will please step.
He has probation and disposition on 28th as well.
Okay, I'm so sorry. On which one?
Number 31.
Okay. So on your probation, the warrant that was for $150, you have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. So now that takes care of everything that we have to do this evening. Ms. Bond, if you will please come into the courtroom, and Mr. Alvarez, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Ma'am, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Hope Spawn, 9/1/82.
You are here because a violation of probation a warrant was issued quite a while ago, April 16th of 2016. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You do have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $1,000. If you are able to post bond, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. You must appear for your court date. If you fail to appear for your court date, any bond posted will be forfeited, and another warrant will be issued for your arrest, and you'd be subject to bond again. That takes care of everything that we can do here today. If you will please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you. We're going to reprint this order. Mr. Rigo, can you please state your first and last name?
Rigo Alvarez, 04-1287.
And okay, due to give me your date of birth. You're here for a probation violation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you in this matter. You will have a probation revocation possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. The probation violation warrant had a bond of $1,000, but I do understand that you are in DOC custody at this time. I didn't have any information about your release date. Can you provide information?
November.
Of this year?
Yeah.
So you will remain, I'm just making a note that you are in DOC custody at this time. And I'm going to have to redo this order after we're done. I just need to concentrate on what I'm doing. But you're in DOC custody, but you will remain here until this matter is resolved. And then once your matter is resolved, you'll be returned to DOC custody, but the bond will allow you to continue to earn credit towards your time. So that will take care of everything that we have to do here this evening. If you will please step to the left, the officer will give you, just go back in the holding. I'm doing the order. Okay, I just signed it. Mr. Thurman, will you please come into the courtroom? And Mr. Harris, will you please have a seat in the chair? Hello, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, Your Honor. Anthony Tyrone Thurman, 6/12/1975.
Thank you. You were here for a probation violation. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a probation revocation and possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. You do have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. If you are able to post bond, you do need to contact probation within 72 hours of your release. You also need to make sure that you do attend your hearing. If you fail to attend your hearing, any bond posted will be forfeited. Another warrant will be issued for your arrest, and you would be subject to another bond. That takes care of everything that we can do here this evening. If you will step to your left, officer.
Your Honor, I was in custody since the 4th. I was in court civic in Florence for Mesa, and the warrant didn't come out till the 13th of this month. I went and seen my PO this morning earlier, and he just arrested me. I just got released from court civic on the 16th.
Oh, you were just released?
Yes, ma'am.
So according to the probation violation warrant, it says that you were released from incarceration on October 15th of 2024.
I just got a court civic for Mesa on the 16th, Thursday.
How long were you in custody?
13 days since the 4th in Mesa.
Right, but
Mesa holding facility, 13 days.
that was for this month, but this what it says is that you were released from incarceration on October 15th of 2024.
No, I just graduated Purpose Healing on the 12th of November.
Well, according to the warrant that was reviewed, your whereabouts were unknown since November 13th of 2024. So this warrant was issued in January.
That's my only address.
You did not report as directed on December 18th of 2024. And you're telling me that you were in custody this month for 14 days. So that does not...
I just got it.
So I'm not going to argue with you anymore. You're telling me information and I can review and check it.
Yes.
I'm looking. So what you are saying is not matching up. You were supposed to report to probation. You were told to report to probation on December 18th, 2024, and you didn't. And this was after, and I think this was after your release. I think this is a typo, but it looks like you were released from custody here on December 15th of 2024. So you were not in custody.
December 15th, I was not here.
You were seen here, or so it had to have been after December 18th. So December 18th, you were supposed to report to probation within 72 hours. I can go pull up the release order, and I can confirm. So do you want me to do that?
Yeah,
I'll go
please.
look at it and tell you.
Please, because I barely got a court civic on the 16th,
What you're saying,
and I barely
I'm just letting you
graduated.
know that what you're saying does not make sense. You're not helping yourself.
Miss, I have no reason to lie to you, Your Honor. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you or
So
me.
you were released. Right, but that was in January.
No, I just got that on the 16th. I just got out.
But according to the probation violation, he was seen sometime in December, and he did not report as directed. So that's what the issue is.
That warrant went out on the 13th. I found that out.
But the information in the warrant is going back to December. So between December and the time that you were picked up in Mesa, you did not report to probation. That's why this warrant was issued.
Oh, because I talked to my PO at Vogue, and he asked me where's my
Okay,
address.
well, there's
and I
nothing
told
I
him.
can do about that. I'm just letting you know what the judge heard and what the judge saw, who signed off on the warrant. So based on the information that the judge heard, the judge believed that there was probable cause that you violated your probation, and that's the warrant that he issued with it. And based on the information that you're telling me, being in custody is not a reason, because you did not go back into custody in Mesa until January, and you had not been
To
in
when?
probation. This is what you just said. You said that you were in the custody of
On the
Mesa.
4th, Mesa picked me up, and I stayed
Correct,
into the
but
16th.
but the probation, the fact in the probation petition says that you did not report within 72 hours of December 18th. So you should have reported to probation on December 21st of 2024, and you didn't. And so from December 18th to whenever you went into custody in January, you still never checked in with probation, and they were not able to verify your whereabouts. That is the information that was presented to the judge. I'm not going to argue with you anymore.
But that's my only address, is
So
the 20044.
so we're done. We're done.
Yes, we are done. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Mr. Harris, if you will please come to the podium, and Mr. Barraza, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Mr. Harris, will you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Christopher Harris, 1024-77.
You are here because you have 3 matters which you failed to appear for. You were already appointed an attorney to represent you in all 3 matters. You will have a probation revocation hearing on January 28th at 8:30, as well as a possible disposition hearing at the same time. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250 on one, $50 on another, and the last one you have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. So your total secured appearance bond, I believe, is $800. If you are able to post bond, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. You need to make sure that you appear for your hearing. If you fail to appear for your hearing, any bond posted will be forfeited, and another warrant will be issued for your arrest, and you will be subject to bond again. That takes care of everything that we can do here this evening. So if you will step to the left, the officer will give you your paperwork.
Yeah.
Mr. Barraza, can you please come to the podium? Mr. Barraza, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
331-88, Felice Barraza.
I have Fernando Feliz Barraza. Is that incorrect?
Yes.
Why is that incorrect?
Look again, put it backwards.
It did?
Yes.
Can we fix it?
Fernando Barraza.
Okay. So you were here. Thank you. So you have a warrant out of Goodyear Municipal Court. Due to the nature of the offense, you're not entitled to a court-appointed attorney. You do have an arraignment hearing on February 5th at 1 o'clock. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, but you do have to promise to appear for that court date Do you promise to appear for that court date?
Yes.
If you fail to appear for your court date, another warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you will please step to the left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Mr. Armenta, if you will please come into the courtroom, and Mr. Sneed, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Mr. Armenta? Mr. Armenta, will you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Robert Armenta, 6/23/1979.
Thank you. You are here on 2 matters. You have 1 new case, and then you have a warrant out of El Mirage Municipal Court.
Okay.
I'm going to first talk to you about your new case. You were charged with 1 count of, you're actually charged with 2 counts of possession of a dangerous drug, one as a Class 4 felony, the other one as a Class 6 felony, and 1 count of criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did not find probable cause as to possession of a dangerous drug as a Class 6 felony, but I did find probable cause as to possession of a dangerous drug, a Class 4 felony, as well as the criminal trespass. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You do have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I'm inclined to release you to pretrial services without bond, but you do have to promise to appear for those court dates. Do you promise to appear?
Yes, ma'am.
Please be advised that if you fail to abide by your release conditions or you fail to appear for your court dates, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. As to your warrant out of El Mirage Municipal Court, due to the nature of the offense, you are not entitled to a court-appointed attorney. You do have an arraignment hearing on February 4th at 8 a.m. Again, I'm inclined to release you on your own recognizance. You do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear?
Yes, ma'am.
If you fail to appear, again, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. If you step to your left, the officers will give you your paperwork regarding both matters.
Thank you. You have a great day.
So you just go ahead and have a seat inside, and they'll bring you your paperwork. Mr. Sneed, can you please come into the courtroom? And Mr. Valenzuela, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Hello, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Tyrell Sneed, June 13th of 1996.
You are here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of criminal trespass, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause to that charge. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, but you do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear?
Yes.
If you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you will step to your left, or I don't know if the officers have your paperwork. Okay, so if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Valenzuela, will you please come into the courtroom? And Mr. Mendez, will you please have a seat in the chair? Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and
Daniel Ruben Valenzuela.
And what is your date of birth?
11/24/1975.
You are here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a dangerous drug, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession of a narcotic drug, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause as to both counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I'm inclined to release you to pretrial services without bond. You do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear?
Do I have what?
Do you promise to appear
Yes,
for your court date?
Yes.
Please be advised that if you do not comply with your release conditions or you fail to appear for your court dates, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so if you will step to your left, officers will give you your paperwork. Thank you. Mr. Mendez, will you please come into the courtroom? And Mr. Mejia, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Hello, sir. Can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
My name is Jacob Mendez, November 17th, 1981.
You are here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a dangerous drug, a Class 4 felony, and 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable causes to both counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You do have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you to pretrial services, but you do have to promise to appear for your court dates. Do you promise to appear?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
If you fail to appear for your court dates or abide by your release conditions, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you will please step to your left, the officers will give you your paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Mejia, if you will please come into the courtroom, and Mr. Araguay, if you will please have a seat in the chair.
Morning.
Well, it's the evening.
Oh, it's really.
So you need to take your.
I'm sorry about that.
Sir, can you please state your first and last name?
9/17/92. Luis Mejia. Sorry about that.
That's okay. You were here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Due to the nature of the offense, you're not entitled to a court-appointed attorney. You will have an arraignment hearing on February 10th at 8:30.
Okay.
I'm inclined to release you on your own recognizance. You do have to promise to appear for your court date. Do you promise to appear?
Yeah.
If you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
Yes.
So if you please step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a blessed day. Thank you.
Mr. Araguay, I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing your last name incorrectly. If you will please come into the court. And Ms. McCart, if you will please have a seat in the chair. Sir, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Julian Howderdy, February 2nd, 2000.
You were here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of possession of a dangerous drug, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable causes to that offense. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, but you do have to promise to appear for those court dates. Do you promise to appear?
Yeah, it was February 5th, 8:30.
You're going to get the paperwork that'll have all that information, so make sure you keep up with your paperwork.
Okay.
If you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, the officer will give you your paperwork. Ms. McCart, can you please come into the courtroom? Now, can you please state your first and last name and your date of birth?
Donna McCart, 2/14/1990.
You were here on a new case. You were charged with 1 count of aggravated assault on a police officer, a Class 5 felony, and 1 count of resisting arrest with physical force, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable causes to both counts. I did appoint an attorney to represent you. You will have a status conference hearing on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance. You do have to promise to appear for those court dates. Do you promise to appear?
Yes, ma'am.
If you fail to appear for your court date, a warrant will be issued for your arrest and a bond will likely be imposed. You will also have release conditions that I'm highlighting that you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that takes care of everything that we have to do here today. If you will please step to your left, the officer will give you the paperwork. Mr. Morris, if you will please come back into the courtroom. Mr. Morris. Mr. Morris, did you have an opportunity to review the paperwork?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no? Out loud?
Yes, I have.
I initially asked you, I advised you, I'm going to go over your rights again so we can be clear about how you want to proceed today.
All right.
You have the right to an extradition hearing. You are entitled to bond. Just so that you're aware that your secured appearance bond, if you choose not to waive your rights, your secured appearance bond is $10,000. Extradition requires a warrant to be signed by the governor here in Arizona and the governor for your tribe or community. You do have the right to hire an attorney at your own expense. You are not eligible for a court-appointed attorney because this is not a criminal matter. The process of having the 2 warrants, the 1 warrant signed by the 2 governors is a process that can take between 60 and 90 days. You do also, you do have the right to, you do have the option of waiving your rights and waiving an extradition hearing. If you choose to do that, you would not be eligible for bond. the community or tribe would have up to 30 days to come pick you up within 30 days, but only if you don't have any pending matters here, and you would not be released to the community or tribe until your matters here are resolved. So understanding that information, do you wish to waive your rights, or do you choose not to waive your rights?
I choose to waive them.
You choose to waive them?
Right.
So if you're choosing to waive your rights as I ask questions, if you answer no to any of the questions, that means that you are not waiving your rights. Do you understand that?
Okay.
So did you read the extradition paperwork?
Yes.
Do you understand that you do not have to sign the paperwork?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have a right to an extradition hearing?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to demand a governor's warrants be signed by both the governor here in Arizona and of your community or tribe?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to bail?
Yes.
Do you want to give up those rights and sign the paperwork?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign the paperwork?
No, they haven't.
Okay. Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 24 hours?
No.
I find that you have knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily are signing the waiver, and I will also be signing it. I am directing the Sheriff's Office to notify the requesting tribe or community that you are ready to return. The requesting tribe or community will have 30 days from tomorrow to pick you up unless there are local charges pending. If there are local charges pending, the 30 days will not start until the conclusion of that case. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, I have to. Okay, I believe it's ready for him to.
Try to write it out more, it's just really sticky. Okay, there's one more time, same way. Let me just make sure it actually took it all. Look at your paperwork in just a moment.
And do we know why, can you tell me why Mr. Ward cannot participate in person? Okay. Matthew Ward, date of birth, April 23rd, 1999, is here for a violation of probation. He cannot participate in person because he is unable to function at this time. I did appoint an attorney to represent him. He will have a probation revocation, possible disposition hearing on January 28th at 8:30. He has a secured appearance bond. He has 3 matters. One of the bonds is $500. The other one is $1,000, and the last one is $1,000. So he has a total secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. He will be advised that he has 72 hours from the time of his release. I'll just look at it. He has 72 hours from the time of his release to report to probation. He will also be advised that if he fails to appear for his court date, any bond posted will be forfeited and another warrant will be issued for his arrest. I will be meeting with Mr. Ward. If any changes are needed, I will do so either on the record or in writing. This concludes the 8 p.m. initial appearance calendar. We stand in recess until 11 p.m.
Hello. Hey, the 3 that stuck it out. Really appreciate you guys. It looks like we should be starting up in about 9 minutes or so. They're getting everything ready, so stay tuned. Go ahead and notify the TikTokers to let them know what it is. Oops. That wasn't me. That was TikTok. All right. Oh, I got to turn on my light. Oh, this is so bright. So bright. About to go blind over here. Oops, let me see here. Gotta turn it down a little bit right there. Let me see. Right above my head. Okay. Let me see. Let me turn on my camera. Bam. Oh, there we go. You can see me now. Let me move this a little bit higher. Bam. And let me get the chat going for bring up the bar. There we go. Oops. Okay. Let me see. Is it the same chat? So it should still be working, I think. I'll just shut it down and reopen it to check if to make sure. Pop out chat. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Action. We're live. Okay, let me make sure the sound effects are working. See, we're gonna do a toilet flush. This is a test, only a test. What up, Big Daddy? What up, Dylan? What up, Moon Eyes? What up, Banana Butt 776? What up, Brooke? How's it going? Testing out all the sound effects right now, making sure everything's working. Amanda, thank you for that badge. Where you at? Arizona? Yup. Where I'm in Arizona. We're a little bit early right now. I just got it going, just so like that. Any of you guys that wanted to tune in, you guys wouldn't miss out on any of the theatrics tonight, if you will. All right, so all the sound effects are working. I just got one more. Put your volume a little bit low because I don't want to wake up Abuelita. Yo, what's good? What's up, Florida man? How's it going? What up, Bruce? Hey, Banana Butt, gracias for that like. Highly appreciate it. Are they live? Yeah, these are live. These are 100% live right here. Thank you for that badge. Really appreciate it. All right. Florida man. Hey, so I'm not sure how many of you guys were. Hey, what's up, Brooklyn, NYC? I'm not sure how many of you guys were on that stream like 2 days ago when we had that couple. What was it? Chad Black and Kristen Black, the ones that were wanted fugitives from Florida. So I that night that same night I went I did a little Googling. I was using my Google fingers or my Twitter fingers, and I looked them up. And the first article that came out was that they had a pool company called Legacy Pool. Or Pool Legacy, or one or the other, flip them around, don't matter. What time is it there? Where I'm at, I'm in Pacific Standard Time, so right now it's 9:56. Arizona right now it's what was it, 10:56. They start hearing at 11. So let me get back to the pool situation. So it turns out that they had a pool company, and they were they were taking money to have pools constructed. The only thing was that they never constructed any of the pools. People were paying them cash money up front in full, and they were just running off. Let me see. Annie Ray Davis, do you ever talk to them yourself? What do you mean? Like the people that are incarcerated? Yeah, I do. If you check out some of my videos, if you go on my profile, you'll see me do like video visits. Hey, what's up, Meg? How's it going? Yeah. So yeah, I do. You go to my profile. I do video visits. I do phone calls. I do it all. I even do prison releases. Hey, Brooke, thank you for the like. So back to the whole pool situation. So they they scammed a bunch of like I think it was like over 400. There's a few numbers being thrown out there. They're saying some people are saying 400, some people are saying 600, and they made millions, man. Let me see. Gas up, share the live. Hey, thank you for sharing it. Nice from Annie. Let me see. Totally worth subscribing. Hey, thank you, Meg. Highly appreciate it, man. So yeah, they came up with a bunch of money, and then they got out of Dodge. They skipped town, and apparently they got caught up in Arizona, and they were concerned with their kids on the run. Let me see. Almost lost control a little bit due to ice. Oh, Florida, man. That's right, man. That's crazy, man. Hey, I'm glad everything worked out for you, and you didn't lose control, and you were able to make it to your destination. Yeah, that I'm not sure if it's black ice, but I heard it's bad. As a matter of fact, right now that you're talking about snow, I'm actually gonna be in North Carolina soon, so I'm hoping it's not snowing when we go out there, because I don't know how to drive in the snow. I don't even know how to peel. I don't even know how to put on those chains on the tires. I'll be like Bambi walking for the first time, all over the place. Let me see. K8, AK, thank you. Really appreciate you liking the stream. Highly appreciate it. So for those of you that are just coming in right now, you guys are wondering, what the hell am I doing, and why is this guy talking about pools and Bambis? So here I do a little bit of everything when it comes to incarceration. Right now we're waiting for this court to start in Arizona, specifically Maricopa County. This is night court, if you will. Let me see. Steering is tight in snow. Okay. Good to know. Let me see this comment right here. Let me see. Trinity, I bet waiting for I be waiting for your life. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let me see. MCSO. I can't say your name because I might get red flagged. TikTok's already on my behind already. I didn't know they did night court. They do in Arizona. They do court every day of the year, 365 days, holidays, every day. It don't matter. Amber laughing now loud. Let me see. Hey, Queen Maya 22. Thank you. Really appreciate for that gift right there. That badge. Let me see. Chelsea. Let me see. Where is this at? Maricopa County, Arizona. Yep, we do initial appearances. Yep. So hey, sucks for them, but it's good for me. You know what I'm saying? My wife was asking about it today. She was like, "Hey, can they sue you for doing this?" I was like, "It's public information. It's not like I'm not slandering their name. I'm not talking bad about them. Yeah, I might make fun of them. If they walk in, they walk in all twacked out or whatever. But other than that, I'm not defamating their name. It's like when you're walking out in public. If somebody's recording you, there's little to none that you could do here in the U.S. So either you keep it pushing or you go viral. And I choose to walk away and keep it pushing. All right. See, I see there's 74 of us in there right now. If you guys could go ahead and give some hearts. We got 2,000 hearts so far. Get us into the FYP. The more people that come in, I think the better engagement we'll get, and the crazier comments will start rolling in. All right, the almighty dollar, Monize. That's right. How is everybody doing tonight, and where are you guys tuning in from? If you guys don't mind sharing. Trinity, gracias. Highly appreciate that. All right, and during the chat, we got Trinity jumping in from Georgia. We got Sammy coming in from Arizona. We got 420 coming in from NY. We got Stutter coming in from Florida. We got Brooke from Michigan. We got Moon Eyes from SoCal. We got Keenan, Arizona, Ohio, Georgia. We got Debbie coming in from San Diego, Califas. We got Angel Eyes from Arizona, the big AZ. That's right. Man, let me see. We got Tina Luna from La Puente, 91746. Ike. We got Queen Maya, 22, coming in from Cali. We got Mr. Salem, Ohio. We got Florida Man from Adele, Georgia. That's right. Okay. I see the police right there. All right. Looks like he's sporting the man bun, I think, or half a man bun. What's up, Adam? How's it going? Welcome. 10 Humphrey, 10 p.m. Yeah. Let me see. Tina Luna, gracias, highly appreciate the follow. Yeah, I know. I've been up there in La Puente. I used to spend a lot of time out there. One of my good friends used to live off of Amar and Willow.
Thank you. You may be seated.
All right. Quiet down. Let's not upset. What is this? This is court. It's court time. This isn't Judge Judy, I'll tell you that much, or Judge Mathis.
Good evening. This is the time set for the 11 p.m. calendar on January 21st, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. I'll call you each one at a time to the podium, and I'll provide a second name to sit in the chair right outside of this room. If we can have Mr. Mosquita to the podium and Mr. Curley to the chair.
Tree Hugger, Night Court, Calaveras.
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Yes, Edward James Mosquita Jr., January 8th, 1997.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we're here on a new Superior Court case.
Yes.
It does include one count of discharging a firearm, Class 3 felony, one count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, 7 counts of endangerment, a Class 6 felony.
He's going to prison.
One count of discharging a firearm in city limits, a Class 6 felony.
Oh, he's definitely going to prison.
And one count of criminal damage, a Class 6 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. And I'm going to give you some hearings in the downtown Superior Courthouse. You're going to have a status conference on January 27th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30 a.m. In this case, you're going to have a secured appearance bond of $50,000. If you post that bond, you'll be released to pretrial services, and they'll equip you with electronic monitoring before you're released. You'll also have written conditions of release, and that will include not returning to the scene of the crime, no contact with any alleged victims, witnesses, or complainants. And if an order of protection or an order of against harassment is issued, you must comply with the terms of that as well. Did you have any questions, sir? Okay, just up to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Thank you. Mr. Curley to the podium.
This is Maricopa County,
to the chair.
Arizona. And this is real. This is not pre-recorded. This is actually happening in real time. So there's actually, she's walking up.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
My name is Mardell Curley, 3/31/1994, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we're here on a new Superior Court case. And it does include one count of aggravated assault with temporary disfigurement, a Class 4 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you.
That's a fool.
I'm going to give you some hearings in the Superior Court. And that's going to be a status conference on January 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30.
Excuse me, sir.
In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $35,000. That does mean you can use a bail bonding company. If you do post that bond, you'll have written conditions of release. It does include not returning to the scene of the crime, no contact with any alleged victims, witnesses, or complainants. And if an order against harassment is issued, you must comply with the terms of that as well. Did you have any questions?
So I'm going to be locked up?
You have a secured appearance bond of $35,000, so if you don't post that, then you'll remain in custody until at least your next hearing on January 27th. Because it is a secured appearance bond, you can use a bail bonding company, and they're typically about 10% plus collateral, but you would have to contact a bail bonding company and sign a contract with them to have that posted.
Hello, Casey.
Anything else, sir? Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork.
Hey, man.
Mr. Hollis to the podium.
I thought that was a woman.
Mr. Muhammad to the chair.
I need to go get my eyes checked, or he needs to cut his hair, one or the other. My bad, sir.
Good morning, or excuse me,
Damn,
good
this
evening.
was
Can I get
tall.
your name and date of birth?
We can't even see his face.
1991.
And your name?
Quentin's in the house.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we have
Who's
two
a
cases on the
Sasquatch?
calendar here this evening. The first one is a new Superior Court case, and it does include one count of theft means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, one count of theft control of property, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and one count of knowingly displaying a false license plate, a Class 2 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. I'm going to give you some hearings in the downtown Superior Courthouse, with the first one being a status conference on January 27th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in the amount of $20,000. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release, and it does include no contact with any alleged victims, witnesses, or complainants, and it looks like you're also on probation, so you would need to contact your probation officer within 24 hours of release. The second case on the calendar is your probation case. So when you were picked up for these new charges, that's a Term 1 violation. So I'm going to appoint an attorney in that case as well and give you a probation revocation hearing on January 28th at 8:30. In that case, you have a secured appearance bond of $100. And again, if you do post bond, you need to reach out to your probation officer within 24 hours. So you do have 3 hearings coming up between the two cases. The dates, times, and locations will be listed in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
I do. I got a lot of questions.
So this case is not the case where I request for speedy trial, is it?
Correct. This is not the time and place to do that. You will meet with your attorney on January 27th, and you will have an opportunity to speak to the attorney at that time.
No other questions.
Okay, thank you, sir. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork.
Man, who is this dude?
Mr. Muhammad
Man,
to
that
the podium
fool's
and Mr. Williams to the chair.
Woo. Hey, what were his charges? I was so distracted by how big he was. I wasn't. Damn, he came strolling in hard than the mother.
Can I get your name and date of birth?
Ali Muhammad, 03/15/2004.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we have 3 cases on the calendar. The first one is a direct complaint that was filed, and it has 2 offense dates, December 8th of 2023 and November 6th of 2023. And it includes 2 counts of burglary in the 3rd degree, a Class 4 felony, 3 counts of theft of credit cards, a Class 5 felony, and 3 counts of fraudulent use of credit cards, a Class 6 felony. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and give you some hearings. You have a status conference on January 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. I am affirming the secured appearance bond in this case of $7,500. Looks like you're also on probation in 2 cases, and they've alleged you violated Term 1 of your probation. I'm going to appoint counsel in that case as well, and you're going to have a probation revocation hearing, and it applies to both probation cases. That's on January 28th at 8:30. And in those 2 cases, you have a secured appearance bond of $500 in one and $250 in the other. So between your 3 cases, you have a secured appearance bond of $8,250. You can use a bail bonding company to post that bond. If you do post it, you'll have written conditions of release listed in each case, and it does include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. Between the 3 cases, you have 3 hearings coming up pretty soon. Dates, times, locations will all be listed in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
Yeah, are all 3 cases from December 2023?
No. So the probation violation warrants issued, let's take a look. One issued on January 13th, 2025, and the second one issued the same date. So the direct complaint is for charges dating back to 2023, but the probation violation warrants were just issued this month.
What's that for?
They've alleged you violated Term 1, and they've listed multiple crimes that they allege that you have committed since you've been on probation. And so that's what they're alleging against you in both of your probation cases. It looks like it does relate back to some of the crimes that you committed on that direct complaint. So anytime you're on probation and you're allegedly committed a new crime, that's a violation of your probation. And so because of this direct complaint, they're saying that's a violation of each of your probation cases.
But isn't it only a violation only if they charge me with it?
Only if what?
They charge me with it.
So would they have charged you with it? They filed the direct complaint. The county has moved forward with charging you with those.
But if they dismiss it, then they also dismiss the violation too.
If it ultimately gets dismissed, then your probation judge would have to make a decision on how to move forward with that. But as of right now, you do have formal charges for those cases in 2023. That's the direct complaint that was I was referencing, and that the judge set a $7,500 bond on that. That's because official charges have been brought against you for those.
And there's probable cause?
The judge who issued the direct complaint found probable cause. I don't have any facts surrounding the situation because another judge already heard the information and decided that there was enough to move forward with that. So I don't know what the facts are. I just know what has been listed as charges in your direct complaint. Now, you haven't been found guilty, and you're entitled to a trial on that, which is why I'm appointing an attorney to represent you in that case. So you're just at the beginning stages of the formal charges being filed.
So is it like a refile, or is it just like?
Have you been previously charged with this, or were you just arrested and then released?
My PO said this is from charges that you've been arrested for, and then they dismissed it and they refiled it. That's what he told me. So
it doesn't indicate to me that it's a refile. However, what could have happened is if you were arrested on it and they didn't file within 48 hours, they would have released you from custody without posting bond, and then they filed it after you were already released from custody. So the initial arrest was just the initial allegations from the police, and the state has 48 hours from that time to file if we're going to keep you in custody on a bond. So they may not have done that within 48 hours, meaning they released you, but then sometime after that, which I can give you the date when they actually filed the direct complaint. Let's take a look when that took place. The direct complaint wasn't actually filed until October 21st, 2024 is when the direct complaint was filed by the state.
And when did they approve it?
That's the date it got filed, and the judge issued, let's see, it was filed 10/21, and the warrant issued the same day. So the judge, it was filed, and the warrant was issued the same day with the $7,500 bond. October of 2024, yes.
So I had a warrant since then?
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
Jessica, thank you for the follow-up.
Yeah, but it does look like it's been out there since October 21st, 2024. There's been a valid warrant for this.
And I can, I'm able to bail out?
Yes, you can bail out. Your total
wow.
bond is $8,250.
Even with the probation, I can bail out?
Correct, yes.
All right.
Okay. If you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Thank you, sir.
So this is live. This is Maricopa County in
Mr.
Arizona.
Williams to the podium and Miss Watkins, or Mr. Watkins to the chair.
This is night court. Yeah, he does have a lot of charges, right, Rodney? And he had a lot of questions. Hey, what happened to that fool's
Can I
pants?
get your name and date of birth?
Frederick Williams. Date of birth 5/166.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like you're here on a probation violation warrant. They've alleged you violated terms 3, 5, and 15 of your probation. I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing on January 28th at 8:30. I'm affirming the secured appearance bond of $5,000 in this case. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release. It does include contacting your probation officer within 24 hours. Your paperwork will include the date, time, and location of that hearing. Make sure you attend to avoid any failure to appear warrants and forfeiture of any bond you may have posted. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, I'll give you your paperwork.
We in court.
Mr. Watkins to the podium and Miss Yancey to the chair.
So this is Arizona. They have court every day of the week, 365, rain or shine, holidays and all, birthdays. You got a birthday,
Can I
you're
get your
going to
name and
court.
date of birth?
Christopher Frank Watkins, November 4th, 1992.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like I have you here on a grand jury warrant. It looks like it's for an offense date of March 24th, 2024, and it includes one count of misconduct involving a weapon, a Class 4 felony.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and
If you already have an attorney?
Yeah, so I think you have another case, right? Because you were seen back in November.
I've been here since November,
Yeah.
so yeah, I already have an
It
attorney.
may or may not be the same attorney, but I have to appoint one in this case as well. And once they see that you have the other case, they may just make it the same attorney at the Maricopa County Public Defender's Office.
Okay.
You'll have an arraignment hearing on these charges on January 29th at 8:30. I am affirming the bond in the grand jury warrant. In this case, it's a cash-only appearance bond of $3,000.
Okay.
If you do post that bond, you have written conditions of release. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork there.
Hey, so
Ms.
crime.
Yancey to the podium.
There's crime all the
Mr.
time, so
Estrada to the chair.
they got to be court. They got to keep on cycling these people through. Let me see, since
Good evening,
November.
ma'am. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Tasha Yancey, 11/1/82.
Thank you, ma'am. And it does look like we have two cases on the calendar.
Drunk driver.
First
She's a drunk
one comes
driver.
in with the new Superior Court
Drunk
case.
driver DUI.
And it includes one count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, one count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. For purposes of this hearing only, I am not finding probable cause as to the dangerous drug charge. That does not mean that the charge is dismissed. The state may do testing on the substance and move forward with it. I am finding probable cause on the other two charges and appointing an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference on January 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $250. You also have a probation violation warrant, and that alleges you violated terms 3, 4, 5, 7, and 14 of your probation. I'm going to appoint an attorney in that case as well and set a probation revocation hearing. That's on January 28th at 8:30. In that case, you have a bond of $1,250. So between the two cases, it's a secured appearance bond of $1,500. If you post that bond, you'll have written conditions of release. It does include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. You've got 3 hearings coming up between the two cases. Dates, times, locations will be listed in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
If you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Thank you, ma'am.
They're live on Microsoft
Mr.
Teams.
Estrada to the podium and Mr. Mendoza to the chair.
And welcome, everybody. This is Maricopa County, and this is live. This is Night Court.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Renzo Estrada, 8980.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like we have two cases on the calendar. The first one is a new Superior Court case, and it includes one count of narcotic drugs for transportation and or sale, Class 2 felony, and one count of narcotic drug possession for use, a Class 4 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You'll have a status conference on January 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30.
Welcome,
you have
Lisa.
a secured appearance bond in this case in the amount of $500. You have a second case on the calendar, and it looks like you have a failure to appear warrant that was issued for you. I'm going to affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you, and I'm going to set a non-witness violation hearing on January 28th at 8:30 in that case. You have a secured appearance bond in that case as well of $500. So it's a total of $1,000 between the two cases. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release, including contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. Did you have any questions? Okay, just up to your left, they'll give you your paperwork.
Next.
Mr. Mendoza to the podium and Ms. Jones to the chair.
Brocha. Gracias. A ti. What did this guy do?
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Matthew Mendoza, 2/23/1991.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like you have 3 cases on the calendar. The 2 are probation violation warrants with some allegations that you violated terms 1, 4, 7, 13, 14, and 15.
All of them.
I'm going to appoint counsel in both cases and set a probation revocation hearing on January 28th at 8:30. That applies to both of your probation cases.
Thank you for the share.
In each of your probation cases, you have a secured appearance bond. In your first case, it's $250. In the second case, it's $500. But you have a third case on the calendar as well, and that's a West McDowell Justice Court warrant that was issued for you, and it relates to driving on a suspended license and open liquor container in a vehicle. And it looks like those are some offensive dates from a couple years ago. I'm going to appoint counsel in that case as well and set an arraignment hearing in the West McDowell Justice Court on January 24th at 8:30. In that case, you have a secured appearance bond of $50. So that means between the 3 cases, it's a total secured appearance bond of $800. If you do post that, you'll have written conditions of release you need to comply with, and that will include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. Your paperwork will include the dates, times, and locations for these hearings, and keep in mind that the
Amanda, thank you
most
for the
recent
follow.
one with the traffic charges, that is
Simon,
not in
thank you
the
for the follow.
Superior Court, it's at the West McDowell Justice Court.
It's a different courthouse?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's
just-
how I was confused.
The address will be on your paperwork, so just make sure when you're going to the hearings, you know which courthouse you're going to. I've included the phone number for the West McDowell Justice Court as well.
Okay.
Did you have any questions?
On my secured bond, if I pay that all cash right now, will I get that back when I go to court?
So as long as you don't fail to appear at any hearings,
Yeah, as long
then
as
it
I-
wouldn't be forfeited. If you fail to appear, then you could have a bond forfeiture hearing and you potentially would not get it back.
But there's another bond, where you don't get your money back. That's called something else, right?
I mean, there's
Secured bond, you said mine was?
This is a secured bond. I mean, if you owe in family law cases, that's cash, and you don't get those back. If you owe fines and fees, to a justice court. They typically don't give those back.
Okay.
It looks like all of yours are unrelated to fines and fees, so as long as you attend, you should get those back. You're risking those bonds if you fail to appear at the hearing.
Oh, okay. I understand that fully. Thank you.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay, so to your left, they'll hand you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Surprised
Ms. Jones to the
ran out of
podium.
questions.
And Miss Osley to the chair.
So this is, I don't stream on Twitch, but I do stream it on YouTube. And it's at CollectCallFrom. If you look right here, that's where you could find me. Boop. And if you're looking at me on YouTube, you're just looking at me pointing in the air. But if you're on TikTok, there
Good
is...
evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Joyce Jones, 11/13/56.
Thank you, ma'am. And it does look like we're here on a direct complaint that was filed for an offense date of October 26, 2022, and it involves one count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and give you some hearings. You'll have a status conference January 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. I'm affirming the secured appearance bond of $500 in this case. If you post that bond, you'll have written conditions of release, and you need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid any failure to appear warrants and forfeiture of that bond. Did you have any questions?
Oh.
Okay, just up to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
This is
Ms. Osley to the podium and Mr. Coleman to the chair.
initial appearance in Maricopa County, Arizona, night court. Hey, they move fast. She's not moving that fast because the other judge doesn't let me talk. This one,
Can I get your name and date
she's
of birth?
okay.
Kylie Osley, 11/10/93.
Is that Cruella de
Thank you, ma'am. It does
Vil?
look like we have two cases on the calendar here. The first one is a new Superior Court case, and it includes one count of aggravated taking ID of another, a Class 3 felony, one count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, one count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and one count of obstruction, refusal to provide a true name, a Class 2 misdemeanor. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you.
This
You're going
is
to have
live.
a status conference on January 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. In this case, you have a secured appearance bond of $250. You're also here on a probation violation warrant. They've alleged you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I'm going to appoint an attorney in that case as well, and you'll have a probation revocation hearing on January 28th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond of $250 in this case as well, so it's a total of $500. If you do post that bond, you have written conditions of release to include contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. Dates, times, and locations of those hearings will be included in your paperwork. Did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, just up to your left, they'll give you that paperwork now.
TikTok does. Where are the
Mr.
puppies at?
Coleman to the podium and Ms. Trevino Flores to the chair.
Damn. Hey, JSTO, thank you for the follow. And Moon Eyes, that was funny. Wesley, thank you for the follow. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hopefully we'll be getting
Good
20,000
evening.
soon.
Can I get your name and date of birth?
Joseph Coleman, 8/21/1961.
Thank you.
He slapped
It
back.
looks like you're here on a failure to appear bench warrant. Looks like you missed a hearing. I'm going to affirm the attorney that was previously appointed to represent you and give you some new hearings in the downtown Superior Courthouse. We have a status conference January 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. You have a secured appearance bond in this case of $500. You'll have written conditions of release, and you need to ensure you attend those hearings to avoid any future failure to appear warrants and forfeiture of any bonds you may post. Any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Thank you, sir.
I just jumped off the
Ms.
Wi-Fi. Hopefully that
Trevino
fixes it up.
Flores to the podium,
All right. Let's go ahead and reconnect.
and Mr. Gomez Macias to the chair.
I turned off my Wi-Fi. I'm on 5G.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date
Now.
of birth?
Angela Trevino Flores, 2205.
Thank you, ma'am. And it looks like you're here on a probation
Thank you, Erin.
violation warrant. They've alleged you violated terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a probation revocation hearing on January 28th at 8:30 a.m. You do have a secured appearance bond of $50. If you post that bond, you have written conditions of release, including contacting your probation officer within 72 hours. Did you have any questions? Just up to your left, they'll give you your paperwork.
I could bail her out. I got that somewhere
Mr.
on my ashtray.
Gomez Macias to the podium and Mr. Pula to the chair.
Next. No one can even
Sir, do you
do
need an
probation.
interpreter?
No, I understand you.
You can understand?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Can I get your name and date of birth?
Mauricio Gomez,
6978.
All right.
Thank you, sir. And it does look like you're here on a warrant coming out of the Apache Junction Municipal Court. And it looks like it is for an offense in 2022. You may have failed to pay some fees relating to liquor in a vehicle, again, back in 2022. Due to the nature of your charges, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel, but you can hire one at your own expense. I'm going to give you a hearing date in the Apache Junction Municipal Court, and that's on January 24th at 8:30 a.m. And I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's your promise to appear at that hearing. Your paperwork is going to include your written conditions of release, date, time, location, and phone number. Did you have any questions?
I'm fine. Thank you.
If you'll step to your left, they'll give you your paperwork. Thank you, sir.
Hey, anybody that's followed, we highly appreciate you guys. I also got an alternate
We're going to
account.
reprint his paperwork. She's going to print something different on there.
If you guys could follow me on it, and I'm going to type it up right now.
Mr. Tula to the podium and Mr. Midkiff to the chair.
Trying to get to 1,000 subs on my second account, just in case I get banned on this account. We got a backup, and we could keep on running the lives. And there it is right there on the screen.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
No, Kimapula, 122702.
Thank you. And it does look like we're here on a new Superior Court case. It doesn't include one count of burglary in the third degree, a Class 4 felony, and one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 4 felony.
South Africa?
For purposes of tonight's hearing only, I am not finding probable cause as to the drug paraphernalia, but that does not mean the charge is dismissed. The state still may move forward with that charge. I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you and set a status conference on February 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30. I am releasing you today on your own recognizance. That's your promise to appear at those hearings. You're going to have written conditions of release. It does include not returning to the scene of the crime, no contact with any alleged victims or witnesses. The paperwork will include the date and time and location of those hearings. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so step to your left. They'll give you your paperwork, sir. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Nobody's ever called our justice
Mr.
system amazing.
Midkiff to the podium.
We think it sucks,
And Mr.
but
Pelagio to the chair.
hey, J Dog, gracias for that follow. Got it.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Jeffrey Midkiff, 11/23/1982.
Thank you. And it does look like we're here on a new Superior Court case. It does include one count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and one count of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony.
Ooh.
Probable cause has been found, and I am going to appoint an attorney to represent you. You're going to have a status conference on February 5th at 8:30 a.m. and a preliminary hearing on February 7th at 8:30 a.m. I am releasing you today on your own recognizance. That's your promise to appear at those hearings. Your paperwork is going to include your written conditions of release, along with the dates, times, and location for that hearing, or those hearings. Did you have any questions?
What's the status hearing?
So you'll meet with your attorney, and then you'll meet with the initial judge, and they'll go over with setting dates and things as the case will proceed through the court.
It's kind of like a arraignment, kind of?
Yeah, it's similar to that.
All right. Thank you so much. No, ma'am.
Okay, if you'll step to your left, they'll give you that paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank
Third,
you. And
I
officer,
think.
can we clear the courtroom?
Clear the courtroom. For what? What's going on? This is the first time. And if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. I'm new here. Is this just some recording? Nah, hell no. This is real. This is live right now. This is night court in Arizona. Ask everybody. Oh, I think it's gonna be that same one from earlier on. That for those of you that were here, that one from the apartment robbery, that burglary, that somebody ended up. I think she's coming back. Well, part of Arizona. This is gonna be Maricopa County. Oh, we got the.
Good evening, sir. Could I get your name and date of birth?
Francisco Pelagio, March 30th, 1986.
And can I get the state's appearance?
Yes, Your Honor. Good evening. Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
Thank you. It looks like we're here on a new Superior Court case.
They do.
And it does include 7 counts of sexual conduct with a minor, Class 2 felony. Probable cause has been found, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. I'm going to give you some hearing dates in the downtown Superior Courthouse. You're going to have a status conference on January 27th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on January 30th at 8:30. Next, we're going to discuss your release conditions. Ms. Stetson, would you like to provide the state's recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is asking for $500,000 cash, given the nature of the allegations. The nature of the allegations are that the suspect has allegedly forced a 16-year-old to engage in sexual intercourse as well as sexual contact. The Form 4 indicates that the suspect is the minor's church choir instructor, Your Honor. There's absolutely concerns regarding the level of trust that was put into this person and the violations that are alleged. The minor did disclose the allegations to a school counselor who did report it to law enforcement, Your Honor. The allegations are that the sexual intercourse occurred in the school parking lot, that the minor had to kick the suspect to get him off of her because she did not want to have intercourse with the suspect. And additionally, Your Honor, the suspect knew it was wrong from the beginning. In the Form 4, it does indicate that he admitted to the minor that he knew what he was doing was wrong, and he asked the minor to not tell anyone. The state does admit that the suspect does not have any criminal history. There was an assault, a misdemeanor assault from maybe 2022 that was dismissed the same day it was filed. Other than that, the state can't find any criminal history. However, that does not mitigate the seriousness of the allegations. The position that the suspect is in, he absolutely has, he is a person of trust, and so for that reason, Your Honor, the state does believe that $500,000 cash is appropriate. Thank you.
Let's make it $1 million.
Thank you, Ms. Stetson. And sir, I did review the statute that does require me to factor 15 different considerations when setting your release conditions. And in this case, due to the seriousness of the allegations as well as the strong weight of the evidence, I am setting a cash-only appearance bond of $200,000. If you do post that bond, you will be released to pretrial services and equipped with electronic monitoring. You will also have written conditions of release, and those conditions will include no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, and no contact with anyone under the age of 18. Did you have any questions?
What about if I don't have that kind of money?
If you are not able to post the bond, then you will remain in custody.
How much was it again?
It's a $200,000 bond.
$200,000 bond?
Correct.
It's a lot of zeros, buddy.
So all the story that she gave out to you guys, based on what she said against me, I mean, I'm assuming everything that she said is not quite true because we both decided to do it when I didn't.
So I'm going to
shut your mouth,
and the reason
dummy.
is you are not represented by counsel here today. And so anything you say right now is being recorded, and they can use that against you in your trial.
He's done.
For purposes of tonight, I'm not finding you guilty. I'm giving you some hearings and appointing counsel. You are entitled to a trial, and so you will meet with your attorney on January 27th. Now, with that being said, you're welcome to give me some information, but just know that you're not required to do that, and it is being recorded.
Oh, yeah, it
so
is.
with that
On
being
TikTok.
said, is there anything else you would like to state?
That's it, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Just step to your left. I'll give you your paperwork.
Good luck, amigo. You're about to.
And Ms. Stetson, I appreciate your help this evening. I think that concludes our calendar.
Damn, that's it.
Thank you. And we will now stand in recess until the 5 a.m. calendar.
5 a.m. Man, hey, that was definitely a curveball right there. I was not expecting that. I found it kind of weird that I've never seen them empty out the whole courtroom. Hey, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. Please do so. We're trying to get to that 20,000. And sharing is caring. Whenever we come on, share it with your loved ones, with the people you don't love, your enemies, whoever. Just shoot it to them. They might like it. Let me see. I have found my new TV channel. Hey, man, that brings so much joy to my heart right there. Man, hey, South Africa, that's what's up right there. Oscar, hey, thank you for the follow. Tyler, thank you for the follow. Is this for his protection? Oh yeah. Shannon, that was definitely for his protection. If anybody gets their hands on that guy, it's not gonna be nice. His journey in that system is not gonna be too good if he ends up in general population. Raymond, thank you for the follow. Highly appreciate it. It's Ali. Thank you for the appreciate the follow. Carol Smith, appreciate the follow. Chan, thank you for the follow. Highly appreciate it. I missed some name with a P. My apologies. It was a really long one. Thank you for the follow. Queen Maya 22. Thank you for the badge right there. But yeah, so I try to do these on a daily basis. For these ones in Maricopa County, they do I think about 8 streams a day. So I'm always popping up. I've been doing these for the last days. Let me see. David said you getting on a 5 a.m. court. Nah, that one I won't get on because it'll be 4 o'clock for me. I'll be sleeping, but I'll be back on like around 8 o'clock. I start doing parole board hearings. If you're interested in that, let me see. Do you ever do Tucson, Arizona? Yeah, Tucson. Yeah, we do those. The Tucson ones are at the morning ones. I don't do. I do the evening ones at your time. It's what is it? I think at 7. And 6 o'clock my time. We did that earlier on. Let me see. Mama Hubs writes, I live in Maricopa County. Hey, man. All kinds of wild stuff is happening over there in Maricopa County. Let me see. If you ever get a chance with what is South Africa. Okay. I'll check it out. I don't know what to expect. Now I'm kind of scared to look it up. But how is everybody doing tonight? Let me see. Mad Mill, thank you for the follow. Mama Hubs, thank you for the follow. Hey, follow, it's free, it doesn't cost you anything. Let me see. J Dog, are you from Cali? Born and raised in Los Angeles. Can you try Merced, California? Do they offer look, if anybody has any live court feeds, if you guys DM me, I'll do my best to try to get in. The only thing, there has to be courts that allow streaming, that don't say no photography and no live streaming. If it's like that, then I can't do it. But if it does, like Maricopa County, then hey, it's free game. Let me see. What time will you be tomorrow? So more in the morning on YouTube. I start at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't get on TikTok until like maybe about 8 after I drop on my daughter from school. So if you follow me on YouTube, you'll catch the early streams for the parole board hearings from Connecticut and Utah and Iowa. Let me see. Let me see. Steele is asking, do you do Texas? Sometimes I do. I'll do Bexar County with Judge. I forget her name. She's an African lady, and then also Judge Fletcher. And there's another gentleman, an older black gentleman, that I also do sometimes here and there. Let me see. Do Virginia. One of the Virginias, they do board of parole hearings, but I still haven't been able to catch one. Do they offer a virtual court in Virginia? Like I said, if you guys know of any streams anywhere, if you guys send them my way, I'll appreciate it, and then I'll do my best, to get it going. I do numerous streams, whether phone calls from prison. If you enjoy calls from prison, check out my profile. I got all kinds of different videos. I got calls from prison. I do video visits from prison, specifically from California, Centinela State Prison. We do the board of parole hearings like in a gang of different states. What times are Maricopa? Let me check right now. I'll tell you what times Maricopa is. Let me just look at my schedule over here, my handy dandy schedule. Okay, so here. So initial appearance calendars are heard 24 hours a day, 365 days a year at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., 8 p.m., 11 p.m., 2 a.m., and 5 a.m. But I think, I think they've been skipping. Oh, I got to go. I just got flagged on man, they restricted my thing. Hey, guys, I really appreciate you guys, but I got to go before they my account. Follow my second account if you can, just in case in the future if I get hit, then I could continue doing it. I still haven't got 1,000 there, but I would highly appreciate it. Hey, and like I said right here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it lights out. And with that, we are out. A rato y buenas noches. I gotta go. I'm out. True. All right, and thank you guys on YouTube. I haven't cut the stream yet, but I'm about to do right now. I really appreciate you guys. And with that being said, I'm out. You guys have a good one. Bam. There we go.